The thrill and excitement of March Mania is here, and DraftKings Sportsbook, one of America's top-rated sportsbook apps, is giving new customers a shot to turn $5 into $150 instantly in bonus bet with any college basketball bet. North Carolina listeners, don't forget, DraftKings Sportsbook is now live in your state. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Shannon. New customers can bet $5 and get $150 instantly in bonus bets. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with code Shannon. The crown is yours. We off mute. We ready? Oh, sorry, guys. I was just sitting here. That's why. Oh, okay. That's on me, guys. I was sitting here. I was wondering. I forgot that we were starting the clock once Ocho sat down in the chair. So that's on me. Thank you, guys, for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. I'm your favorite uncle, Shannon Sharpe. He's your favorite number 85, route runner extraordinaire, Bingo Ringer fame honoree, Pro Bowler, All-Pro, Liberty City's finest, all the way. They call him Mr. Rail Rosado, but I call him Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Please make sure y'all hit that like button and do us one more solid. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you so very much. We're now officially at 1,187,000 subs. We're gaining. Please go vote for us for the Webby Awards Best Sports Podcast. We pinned the link at the top of the chat. Currently, we're in first place with about 12 days of voting remain. Please help, guys. We're doing a great job. You guys are doing a great job for us to go out and win the Webby Award for Best Sports Podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Please make sure you subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed. You can listen to this. You can listen to us on Nightcap through the Club Shay Shay feed, but we would greatly appreciate it if you got signed up and subscribed to the Nightcap podcast feed and listen to us. Thank you, guys, for selling out Shea by Laportier. We're back in stock. We're taking pre-orders only. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that if you order it tomorrow, you have it by the end of the week or even the beginning of next week. But I believe, and what I've been assured is that we do have enough to fulfill all orders. So thank you very much for doing that. Ocho, let's get right into it, and let's start with WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. He finishes the story.
Yeah.
He took down the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, with his patented move, the Crossroads. And he is now the universal, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. In a match you had to see with a lot of interference. Seth Rollins stuck his nose into it. John Cena, The Undertaker, and lo and behold, there was The Rock also. An unbelievable match. We had 2 championships change hands. We have 2, not 1, but 2, a men's and a women's new Universal champ. Yeah. Let's start with the match tonight, Ocho. I know you watched it. Cody Rhodes, the new Universal undisputed heavyweight champion of the Rhodes. He takes down the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, in a match you had to see.
Yeah, listen, wrestling for me, you know, it's been a very, very long time since I've watched wrestling, but being that we were going to talk about it tonight, it's my first time watching since I've watched as a kid. Obviously, when I watched Hulk Hogan, Jimmy Superfly Snuka, Andre the Giant, you know, back in those days, the Dusty Rhodes, the original Dusty Rhodes.
That's Cody, rest his soul, that's Cody Rhodes' father.
You know, and the funny thing about it is I haven't watched in so long, I didn't even realize until I watched Cody tonight and got a better understanding. Well, wait a minute. Well, that brings everything full circle.
Yes.
So it made it that much better for me to be able to be back in front of a TV, watching wrestling again. And one thing about the WWE, right? I don't want to say it wrong. It's WWE, correct?
Yes.
One thing about them, sometimes they've been known to drop the ball on the way scripts are written or the way shows are set up. But tonight's WrestleMania was one for the ages. It was one for the ages, and they didn't miss. They didn't miss a beat at all. And it was dope. Roman Reigns, who had the title for what? Almost 1,000. I forgot.
Over 1,300 days.
Yeah, over 1,300 damn days. Now we have a new champion, man. Congrats to Cody. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's next. Now you got me sucked back into wrestling. Now I got to play catch up. Catch up.
This was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it might have been the first big event that the new chiefs in town, the new CEO, Triple H, takes over for Vince McMahon. We know what happened. We don't need to get into that. Yes, and they bring The Rock. This is the first time that Rock's put the trunks back on and actually wrestled in over 8 years. And so with Triple H's vision and with Rock, the great showman and the great businessman that he is, I think WWE is in great hands. Yeah. But back to Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare. All the thing that he's ever wanted was to make his dad proud. The American Dream himself, Dusty Rhodes, the man with the bionic elbow, the figure 4 leg lock. Hey, he's here to tell you, Georgia's own, Marietta, Georgia's own, Cody Rhodes is at the top of the order in the WWE. A tremendous match. It was a bloodlines match because Roman Reigns and Rock won last night. So he got all the interference. He had all the help that he needed. So they stacked the deck against Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes would not be denied tonight. So he put him in his patented move, the crossroads.
Oh, yeah.
Not once, not twice, but three times. And it was over. The ref counted him out. And Cody Rhodes, the new Universal Heavyweight Champion of the world. And I got an opportunity to witness it.
You know what's funny? Do you know what's the name of Cody Rhodes' finishing move? You know the name of it?
Crossroads.
The crossroads? I'm finna try that on real. I'm gonna try to. Hey, I just got my TikTok going, so I think my first video on TikTok is gonna be me trying to do the crossroads on real. I'm gonna see how that go.
But it was unbelievable. I said, I think the thing with Triple H now in charge of the WWE, they brought Rock back into the fold, and you know Rock is the great showman. And you look at him, he hadn't had the trunks on in a very, very long time. But Rock was made for this. He had an opportunity growing up to watch his father, a la Cody Rhodes, and he went into the family business, and then he branches off and become what we know him to be today, The Rock, one of the greatest entertainers, not only in professional wrestling, but box office in Hollywood as well. And Cody Rhodes didn't want a handout. He said, I'm going to do it the hard way. And they fought. Every chance he got close, he was never able to cross the finish line. But tonight, he stands atop of them all. The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, is your new Universal Heavyweight Champion of the world. And it was a tremendous match. I'm sure, box office, 2-night event, over 144,000 people attended. It was so big they had it at Lincoln Financial Field, the Link in Philadelphia. They had it in a football stadium. That's how big professional wrestling is. It was unbelievable. Man, my favorite was when the lights went off, you already knew what it was. You heard that music coming out. I thought he was walking up, but when they cut the lights back on, there he stood, the Undertaker.
Yeah. Legend.
Man, and when he power slam Rock, get it. That was unbelievable. But the previous match on Saturday night, it was The Rock and Roman Reigns took on Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. It was epic. And because Rock and Cody Rhodes had won, it was a bloodline match. And because he won, they got interference. So, the deck was kind of stacked against Cody Rhodes, so to speak. But somehow he found a way to dig down. He wouldn't be denied tonight, and he won. Ocho, we also had an excellent women's match.
Oh, my goodness.
Between Io Sky and Bailey. They're former partners and Damage Control. They were friends.
Yeah.
Hey, and you know what happens when one friend has something the other won't?
Yeah.
I got to get it.
I got to have it.
We're going to set friendship aside, but I got to get it. And Bailey got the women's title back after beating former friend in fraction, Io Sky. What did you like about this match? Because Io Sky is very athletic. She had to be a gymnast probably at some point in her career.
Yeah, it was good. It was very exciting. Again, for me, the funny thing about it, a lot of people won't believe this, but for me, this was my first women's match to actually watch. It was my first women's match to actually watch. You could tell that Io Sky, if I don't want to say her name the wrong way. You can tell she's very athletic. She probably has a gymnast background, and also a dance background as well. And you could tell because of her athletic ability in the ring. So it was exciting for me to watch, and kudos and congrats to her.
Yes, and was that Saturday night where we had the 3 black women, Jade Cargill. I don't have the names in front of me, but I think that was the first time that 3 black women had a team. Bianca Belair and Naomi teamed up, and they wrestled. It was unbelievable. Congrats to those guys. It was an unbelievable match, but we have a new women's champion, and her name is Bailey. She takes down Io Sky, former Damage Control friends, Io Sky, and that's what happens, Ocho, when hey, when there's something on the line, we had to take that thing away from it. What else we got? Oh, we mentioned Triple H. I thought he did an unbelievable job. He's kind of been working in the background for the longest time. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he's Jim McMahon's son-in-law.
Right.
And he's kind of been lurking in the background. He's kind of been prepping for this day to come. We knew this day was going to come. It came probably a lot sooner than everybody anticipated, but I'm sure they had a plan in place that when Jim McMahon stepped aside, and probably he stepped aside a lot sooner than he wanted to, this was the natural progression. This was the pecking order in which it would go. And I think the best thing they did, they brought Rock back into the fold, made him a partner, gave him the name The Rock back. Rock has a great show, a great eye for talent. We had him on the show on First Take, and he talked about he wanted to be even global. He want wrestling to be even bigger than what it is. And no better person to take it abroad than one Dwayne DJ Rock Johnson. So I'm excited for Rock's role, and he's going to continue this WWE reign. And it was great to see him back in the ring with the trunks. Congrats, Rock. Congrats, Triple H. WWE fans, they're the winners. There are no losers tonight. I understand that Roman Reigns is a little disappointed, as is AO Sky, but the wrestling community is very pleased with what they saw today. Ocho.
Most definitely.
Next segment, it's time for our segment to get started, and it's called a news cap.
News cap.
Don Staley and the Lady South Carolina Gamecocks have done it again. For the first time since 2016, the NCAA has an undefeated national champion, and it's the Lady Gamecocks of South Carolina. South Carolina capped off a perfect season, 38-0, with an 87-75 win over the Iowa Hawkeyes, avenging last year's Final Four loss that ended an undefeated season. As has been the case all season, it was South Carolina's depth on full display. The Gamecocks had 4 players in double figures, led by a career high by freshman Tessa Johnson, who had 19 points. Star center Carmela Cardosa chipped in, who was the most outstanding player of the Final Four. She had 15 points, 17 rebounds, and I think 4 blocks. Tihana Pow Pow. Pow, 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 pow. Chipped in with 14. Chloe Kitts had 11 points and 10 rebounds. Raven Johnson. Last year, she was the young lady that Caitlin Clark, if you remember watching the game last year, she was like, I ain't even worried about you. She said, I was on a revenge tour.
Yes, sir.
She was a primary, after the first quarter, she was the primary defender on Caitlin Clark.
And made it very difficult.
Down. They made it very, very difficult. She had 18 points in the first quarter. She finished up with 28 points on 10 of 28 shooting. 13 of those points came in the 2-minute span in the first quarter. Iowa jumped out to a hot start, leading the Gamecocks 10-0. But I felt very, very good because I knew the size of the Lady Gamecocks. No, didn't Pete Paul's now. I'm just saying. I just knew that. Because I know they just wait. They wait to get us.
They waiting on you.
We knew I'm talking about in basketball terms. Don't y'all be going this. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just the one time I'm saying it for Ocho and I on Nightcap. No diddy. We knew the Lady Gamecocks were too big for the Iowa Hawkeyes. That size, 6'7" Cardosa. You had Watkins, who got in foul trouble, who had 20 rebounds against NC State on Friday night. Kitts is another big rebounder. So we knew the likelihood, because if they miss a shot, they was getting second chance after second chance after second chance. If I'm not mistaken, I think they out-rebounded them 50-29. So that's a plus 21, if I'm not mistaken. And the depth, Iowa plays basically 5 girls. Caitlin Clark wore down. I don't care what anybody tells you. She wore down. But you know why, Ocho? Because she's responsible for damn near all the scoring and facilitating everybody else, because there's no one else that can really take you off the dribble. So if she doesn't create something, nobody does anything. And so Raven Johnson hounded her for the entire second to third quarter. And so Don Staley completes her second national championships in 3 years, and she gave Caitlin Clark help for popularizing the women's game. And let's take a look at what Coach Staley had to say.
That's live.
Ocho, you need to get some light, man. I can barely see you. I don't see no but teeth.
You calling me black?
Nah, I'm calling you midnight.
Hold on. Let me turn my light up a little bit.
You don't even think you got your light on.
It's on.
Hell, the eclipse was yesterday or Friday.
Hold on. Hold on. Can you see me now?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
I had my lights dim. I had my lights dim because I had a little romantic dinner in here earlier. But
Okay.
but anyway, listen, this is what we need more of. This is what we
Mhm.
need more of for Miss Dawn Staley to come out and pay kudos and pay tribute to what Caitlin Clark has done for the game of basketball, especially women's basketball, is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. We need more people to do things like that as far as giving people their praises, giving people their flowers while they can smell them. Caitlin Clark, again, had a heavy load, and she is responsible for a lot of us that have really never watched women's basketball before, and I'm one of them.
Right.
I never watched. I'm just gonna be honest with you, Unc. I've never watched women's basketball, but because of Caitlin Clark, because of Angel Reese, obviously Juju Watkins as well, Tessa Thompson, and some of those girls at South Carolina, it had me tuned in the entirety of the season. Trying to see what was going on week to week, and it was exciting. It was exciting. Tonight's game was very exciting, and I was a little spooked at the beginning because Iowa got off to a fast start.
Yeah.
Iowa got off to a fast start. I'm like, oh no. What's going to happen? Some adjustments are going to have to be made. But at one point, once South Carolina was able to come back, and not Tessa Thompson, Miss Johnson, once Miss Johnson got on Caitlin Clark in that second half of the game and contested almost every shot and made things a little bit more difficult for her, and not as easy, I say, oh man, it's going to be a long night.
Think about the way she defended her.
Yes,
I'm going to make her go right. And if you get all the way to the basket, I got 6'7" there to protect me. I got 6'4" there, Watkins to protect me. I got kits. So I'm going to keep you going to your right. I'm going to stay on your upfield shoulder. I'm not going to let you spin back because I know you want to go left and get that 3-ball off.
Right.
And so even if you make difficult shots, I'm going to make you exert a lot of energy. You watched it as the game kept getting, she wore down a little because bit, Raven Johnson picked the pockets 2 or 3 times. Something we don't normally see. Uncharacteristic turnover. We saw the frustration level start to rise, but that was South Carolina. They had a defensive game plan. We're going to we understood that they played really good. Their supporting role played really well against UConn.
Right.
I'm going to see if you can do it again. I'm going to see if you can do it again. I don't believe you can.
The funny thing, the beginning of the game, the first 7, 8 shots, if I'm not mistaken, none of them was Caitlin Clark. So the supporting cast was playing well from the beginning, but they weren't able to sustain that throughout the entirety of the game. I think for the Hawkeyes to have won the game, Caitlin Clark would have had to have taken that game over and scored damn near 60. She would have damn near scored 60.
She would need to get an efficient 40 plus.
Yeah.
An efficient. When you go think about it, Ocho, she got 6 of the 10 points she got over the last 3 quarters from the free throw line.
Right.
So that means she only got 4 points on shots. So 5 of 20 over the last 3 quarters. So that lets you know, and it takes a lot. They did a great thing. They took her off the ball because, Raven Johnson is picking her up 94 feet, hounding her every chance she could. Okay, we're going to let somebody else bring up the ball. We look at it. They had 3 players play at least 40 minutes. They had another player play 35 minutes, and they had one player play 27 minutes. So they got their bench players gave them no points and played a combined total of 18 minutes.
Right.
Where Watkins gave him 14 minutes, gave him 3 points and 5 rebounds. Fagan gave him 18 minutes off the bench, gave him 6 points. We got Johnson, gave him 19 points. Full Wiley gave him 9 points, 18 minutes. You see the difference?
Yeah.
Now, mind you, most of those girls from Iowa play young, excuse me. I'm going to say girls. I don't want anybody trying to call them girls. The young ladies played a large, heavier minutes the other night.
Right.
That's a quick turnaround. 40 minutes. You play 40 minutes. I don't give a damn if you're 18. I don't care if you're 20, 21. That's a lot of minutes. Right. And you're playing it. That's action-packed. So the mind has to stay focused because a lot of times you get tired mentally way before you get tired physically. It's the mental that convinces you that you are tired physically. And so I thought Dawn Staley stuck to her gun. I'll allow my players to play.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of coaches, once that thing got 6-0, 8-0, they'd have called timeout. Dawn said, "Hell, y'all got us in this."
Oh no. Listen, let me tell you what. Wait a minute now. You can attest to this, and everybody in the chat can attest to this. Dawn Staley don't call no timeouts. Remember how your mama used to look at you in church, and she'd give that look from the choir stand, and you misbehaving in church, and she give you that look, and when you get that look, well, you better tighten up. Dawn Staley ain't calling no timeouts. Look at Dawn Staley's facial expression to her team from the sideline. She gonna look at you. That's the timeout right there. If you pay attention, Dawn Staley give everybody that look, and you already know what it means. All right, now tighten up. I ain't calling no timeout. It's Dawn Staley give everybody a look. Man, they get it right together.
Did you peep what she said? She said we had scouted them. We was running their sets on Tuesday before we got here. Say we knew we kind of knew what was going on.
Right.
So they were unbelievable when they needed to. The difference is, I think, this year and last year was South Carolina's ability to make outside shots. Because Iowa doesn't have the young ladies that can take you out, that can guard you off the dribble. Right. So it's best for them to stay in that zone. And unless you hit shots outside, they're gonna punish you. Well, the thing is, even when they miss, because you got Cardoso, because you got Watkins, you got kid inside 6'4", 6'5", 6'7".
You got height.
Now
you got height and length.
Getting off, length. 51 to out rebounded was 51 to 29. Yeah. South Carolina had 18 offensive rebounds. 18 offensive rebounds. Mind you, Iowa only had 29 rebounds total.
And listen, alone, Camila Cardoso, she had 15 points. She had 17 rebounds by herself.
17
by herself. Yeah. I mean, listen. A kudos to Dawn. For one, a kudos to the Iowa Hawkeyes. A kudos to all their players, especially Caitlin Clark. But what Dawn Staley has been able to do at South Carolina in such a short amount of time, she deserves it. She deserves, for one. They went 38-0. What, 38-0? They went 38-0 this year.
The 10th team to go undefeated throughout the entire season.
Yeah. 74-1. 74-1 the past 2 seasons. And she's only been there 3 years and only lost 3 games.
Yeah. No, so she's been there longer. The last 3 years, their record is 109-3 with 2 national champions. My bad.
But what they need to do right. They got to do right by Miss Staley now. Well, we need to back.
They just gave her. She's the second highest paid behind Kim Mulkey.
And now, we need to redo that, baby.
She just did it.
And we need to redo it again. We need to redo it again. We need to back the bring truck up one more time. Just one more time. Because what's gonna happen now is they're gonna go back again.
Oh yeah, that's a young team.
Go back again. Because what do you think all the young ladies are gonna want to go play now that are coming out of high school? Everybody gonna right to South Carolina.
You do realize her starting 5 from last year went to the WNBA.
Yeah, they gone.
The only person that's leaving now is Cardoso. All those girls are freshmen.
Right back.
Young ladies are freshmen and sophomores. So they're going to be back to contend with it again. Full Wally was SEC tournament MVP. Cardoso was the most outstanding player in the Final Four. Right. They got these young young guards coming back. She's a defensive-minded head coach. She says offense will take care of itself if we get after people. But if you know what, when she put Full Wally in, the pace changed.
Yeah,
because now she can take it. Go, man! If she'd hit that move, she hit a move. Ocho went behind her back,
behind the back,
up on the other side. I think if you'd hit that one, I'd have left. I'd have threw my team out the window.
Hey, she the real deal. She's been doing that all season. She has been. That was a
lot
really good game.
Ocho, a lot has been discussed about Caitlin Clark's GOAT case. Excuse me. She's the D1 women's all-time leading scorer in history. Most 3-pointers in women's history. Big Ten career points leader. Big Ten assist leader. Most points in the NCAA tournament. Beat Shamika Holdsclaw by 1, 484-79. The John R. Wooden Award. 2-time AP Player of the Year. 2-time Naismith Player of the Year. 3-time unanimous first team All-American. 3-time Dawn Staley Award winner. 3-time Big Ten Player of the Year. She is one of the GOATs.
Yeah.
But she can't be in front of Stewie. In my estimation, the greatest women's college basketball player is Breanna Stewart.
Breanna Stewart? Okay.
Four 4 outstanding MVPs, 3-time player of the year, 3-time conference player, 4-time conference player.
Right.
Ain't nobody until somebody do that. Right. Don't talk to me.
Right. Okay. So are you saying she's one of the GOATs, but she can't be the GOAT because she wasn't able to solidify it by winning a championship?
You remember we had this discussion.
Yes,
you
sir.
can be great.
Right.
Can't be the greatest. Not empty-handed.
Okay.
Not empty-handed.
I understand. I mean, I think there are a lot of people that will argue the fact with that because there are some great ones that have, let's say NFL for that matter. There are some great players. There are some great players that have played this game for many years. And you understand how difficult it is to win a Lombardi trophy. But the resume speaks for itself at times. Sometimes you're not able to win a Lombardi, but you are great within your own right based on the accolades and what you were able to do throughout the entirety of your career between those lines.
Right.
Does that take away from you being the greatest if you were never able to win a trophy?
No, you still be. I believe you can be great. You can be great. I think the thing is when you start looking at the great test, I think what you put up there, the reason why we say LT with all his stats, without Super Bowl rings, we wouldn't say he's the greatest defender. But what gives him the bump, LT was a league MVP, award that only quarterbacks win. Running backs win. LT won that award from the other side. He and Alan Page, since the merger, are the only two to have ever done that. I don't believe in my lifetime we'll see it again, Ocho. I don't believe we'll see a defender, especially with the rules, the way they're set up for the offensive guys.
Right.
Because you're going to have too many quarterbacks that throw for 4,800, 5,000 plus, 45, 50 touchdowns. So it's going to be really, really hard for a defender to win that award. Caitlin Clark is a great, great player. But how do we put it in front of a Breonna Stewart, who has 4 championships, who has basically a lot of the same awards, but 4 titles and 4 most outstanding players, or Shamiko Holdsclaw, or Cheryl Miller, or Diana Taurasi? That's unfair. Because at the end of the day, they tell me at the end of the day, it's all about winning.
Yeah. And what they will do, I think what she's been able to do is she's been able to give the game of women's basketball a different type of visibility. A different type of exposure. I'm not sure how to explain it, but she was able to do that. Maybe the times are different now. Maybe times are different now as far as social media is concerned, as opposed to it might have been there when Breonna Stewart was playing and some of those other young ladies were playing, but now it is heightened like to the gods when it came to Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and those young ladies that are playing in today's game. Again, it had people watching the game of women's basketball they have never watched before.
Yeah.
And they were everywhere. Like, I can't even, and I apologize, and I apologize to anybody in the chat that watches college basketball. I can't name any of the men's college teams that are playing, let alone name any of the players that are playing in the goddamn tournament. But I can tell you about 10 women that are playing.
Yeah.
That's the impact that they've had on the game so far. But I think for her and what she was able to do for the game is more than just not winning championships. Her impact
she brought light. She brought it visibility.
Yeah.
I think with her and Juju Watkins, I think because the talent is so spread out.
Right.
With herself, Caitlin Clark at Iowa, with Juju at USC, Cardosa and the Lady Gamecocks, and you got Paige Beckers, and so you got the game is so spread out. I've been watching college basketball since they had the first one, the Lady Teamsters, La Tech, when they beat Cheney State. They won back-to-back, and then they ended up getting beat by Cheryl Miller, and they won back-to-back. And then the first undefeated team was Texas, led by the great Clarissa Davis. And so I've kind of followed basketball, or women's college basketball, through the time. I remember when UConn finally burst on the scene in the 90s with Rebecca Lobo. Tennessee dominated. Tennessee won 3 in a row, was going for an unprecedented third, and they got knocked off, if I'm not mistaken, by Duke. I think that was 99. Shamika's Holdsclaw and Tamika Catchings, that team. And so I've kind of, followed the women's game, and I know a lot of the great players. And so, yes, I think Caitlin Clark is fine, but it's just hard for me to put her in front of someone because I said, like Cheryl Swoops. Go back and look at Cheryl Swoops, and I think that was 90, like 93, 94, when she put Texas Tech on her back.
Right.
Dropped 47 in the national championship game, 16 of 22 against Ohio State. I think when they had Katie Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Watch. That's what Caitlin would have had to do. Score points like that, but do it efficiently.
Right.
But I thought Caitlin Clark was the best player on the court. South Carolina had the better team, and they wore her down. They made her work extremely hard. They fought hard. Raven Johnson and Breedham, they fought hard over screens. They didn't take the easy way out. Well, I don't want this contact. Let me go up on the screen. Right. No, the game plan, force her right. Big girls, when you see her get close, step up, be ready to get them hands up.
Yeah.
They understood the assignment. They carried out the assignment. And that's the most difficult thing because, it don't take great players a half inch. That's all they need.
That's it.
A half inch. And it's because he can score like that. But give South Carolina tremendous credit. They did a great job. You can't rewrite history. You can't make up for what you lost last year because you was there and Caitlin Clark had an unbelievable job. She scored 41. But they came out with a mission today. They were on a mission today, and they win. So congratulations to Don Staley and the Lady Gamecocks of South Carolina. They win the Women's College National Championship 87-75 over Iowa Hawkeyes. Ocho, we got some breaking news. After 15 years at Kentucky, John Calipari is finalizing a 5-year deal to become the next head coach of Arkansas. Calipari is longtime friends with John Tyson. You know him. You like chicken, right? He's the Tyson food empire, and he's a huge Razorback booster. Now, mind you, John Calipari is making $8.5 million a year. So in order to get him to leave a blue blood and go there, what must they be paying him? But if I'm Kentucky, why am I upset about him going? What does he want? Think about all the number 1 overall draft picks. Derrick Rose was the number 1 overall draft pick at Memphis State. They didn't win the national championship. Anthony Davis, they won with him. John Wall, he had John Wall and Boogie Cousins. Ain't win nothing. He had Karl Anthony Towns. He had Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He had Devin yes. He had all those guys. Number 1 overall draft pick, Derrick Rose, Karl Anthony Towns, John Wall, Anthony Davis. And you know what he got to show for it? 1 national championship. I ain't going to mention Devin Booker. I ain't going to mention Shai Gilgeous. I'm not going to mention all those other guys. Probably 15 number 1, not number 1 overall, but 15 first-round picks.
Right.
And a lot. Oh, Jamal Murray. He's had 35 first-round draft picks. Tyler Hero. Well, and he got 1 title.
He done had some gangsters over there, boy. He done had some gangsters.
How about I'm going to name some of the names. Anthony Davis, Devin Booker, Shai Gilgeous, Tyrese Maxey, Malik Monk, John Randall, Julius Randall, John Wall, Bam Adebayo, Tyler Hero, Jamal Murray, Eric Bledsoe, P.J. Washington, DeMarcus Cousins, Karl Anthony Towns, Emmanuel Quickly.
Wait,
he got 1 title.
All of them went there?
Yes. 35 first-round draft picks.
Yeah.
He got 1 title. Don't give me – hey, and I think, Coach, I've met him on several occasions. I think he's a great individual, but he's underachieved based on the talent that he's had.
So, I mean, are these – I'm trying to think. Obviously, when these players were here, did they have the supporting cast to actually –
a lot of them played – John Wall and Karl Anthony Towns, John Wall and Boogie Cousins was on the same team.
Damn. That means the other teams that they had to play, or the teams that the year that Boogie was there, the year that John Wall was there, then who in the hell won that year that was that goddamn great?
I remember Karl Anthony Towns, they lost to Wisconsin.
Wisconsin?
Mm-hmm. That's when what's the guy name?
Who?
Oh man.
Is it somebody in the NBA right now?
Yeah, Frank the Tank, he in the NBA, but he play about as much as me and you play in the NBA. He get them kind of minutes me and you get. Frank the Tank.
How was the team at Wisconsin that much better than the team at Kentucky?
No, what happens is, Ocho, those teams realize if we get this young team in a situation, because they used to beating everybody, because they're so much talented. See, I get you in a situation you haven't been in. That's why you see underdogs. you see underdogs win. What do? They get the team that's supposed to be superior to them, get them late into the ball game. You look up like, oh my goodness, we got a fight in our hand. It's too late. You're in a fight.
Right.
Boom. So now we get them into deep water. See, early in the game, you got all your strength. See, I get you late in the ball game. Now I can drag you out to the deep and drown
you. But if you do have all that talent, if you have a John Wall, if you have a Karl Anthony Towns, I'm thinking about them on an NBA level and understanding how good they are in the NBA. Well, hell, in college, you ain't that far off than what you look like in the NBA. I'm thinking they should run away with the goddamn game, especially when you take into account the other 3 players that's on the court.
The hard part is that all these guys was 5 stars. You can't give him a whole bunch of shots and not give me 5. I was a 5-star too. Guess what? I was Mr. Basketball in Georgia. I was Mr. Basketball in California. I was Mr. Basketball in Florida. I was Mr. Basketball. I was Mr. Basketball, whatever state I was in. Guess what? I was Mr. Basketball too.
See, now when you say something like that, the first thing I think of, well, hell, if you got 5 people that were Mr. Basketball in their respective states in high school, then it should make it that much easier in college, regardless of who you playing.
How many? But see, when I was Mr. Basketball in California or in Florida, guess who got the bulk of the shots, Ocho? But you can't get 25 shots, 25 shots, 25 shots, 25 shots, 25 shots, can you?
But listen, if everybody is Mr. Basketball, wherever they from, right? That means they're already efficient. So if you got 5 Mr. Basketballs on the court, everybody has to be efficient. So it's not making any sense to me if all of you are good.
Could you be efficient with 3 catches?
It depends on the route. Don't throw me 3 shallows. And I got 3 for 20.
They're gonna throw you 1 dig or out and a bang 8.
Okay, I see
you see the thing is, Ocho, it's hard when a guy's used to getting as many shots as he wants, and now look at Michael Jordan. Did you ever think Dean Smith is the only guy ever to hold Michael Jordan under 20 points a game? College coaches don't build systems around players. College coaches expect players to come in and run their system.
Okay.
And when you entrench, that's what it is. So he's leaving. Calipari produced 35 first-round draft picks since his arrival in Kentucky. 1 national championship, 1 runner-up, 4 Final Fours. Look at what Jay Wright won national championship with Jalen Brunson, and we see what Jalen Brunson is doing. Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo. Is any of those guys Devin Booker, Shea Gilgeous, Tyrese Maxey, Julius Randle, John Wall, Boogie Cousins, Karl Anthony Towns? No.
Nah. Oh, that's
so
crazy.
If he's leaving for 8 and he's making 8.5 a year, he's getting at least 10 to 12.
Who's the highest paid college coach right now, you think?
She probably would have been him. Because all baby Bill Self.
Hey, what's the
It was Cal.
What's the coach that used to be at St. John that looked like he was in the movie Goodfellas?
Oh, Coach Carnesecca?
No. He was at St. John.
Oh, Rick Pitino?
Yeah. Where is he at?
He's still at St. John's. Bill Self is the highest paid at Kansas. He probably will make 8.8, 9.
Okay.
9.6. So he at bare minimum, he leapfrogged that. Okay. But Coach Cal felt the pressure. You keep going out in first, second rounds, and you got all these first round picks.
Right.
It's not a good look.
Yeah.
And I talked about this. So we had this with Coach Greenberg. I said, Coach, he's underachieving.
Yeah.
Anyway, you slice it up about guys staying, freshmen, and they're not going to be NBA players, he's underachieving. By no stretch of the imagination can you look at somebody. If Alabama and Georgia and Clemson had all those first round picks going to the NFL,
right?
And they only had one title, people would say Nick Saban, Dabo Swinney, and Kirby Smart underachieved.
I got you. You're right. Bill
Self makes $9.6 million. Coach Cal was making $8.5. Coach Izzo about 6.2. Bruce Pearl 5.7. Rick Barnes 5.7. So with that being said, for him, come on now.
To up and leave.
Arkansas was a nice when Coach Nolan Richardson had 40 minutes of hell. That ain't Kentucky. It's the same conference, but they're not a blue blood.
Yeah.
They're not.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure the recruiting players are obviously going to follow Mr. Calipari there. Yes.
Look, a lot of people didn't like to recruit those one and dones because it says messes it up because you recruiting guys and they're gonna be gone after 1 year.
Right.
But you see what Coach K did. He started recruiting one and dones. Can't beat them, join them.
Right.
The greatest key to survive is adaptability.
Right.
Stop talking about the NILs. It's here to stay. Yeah. Go to your boosters and say we need $25 to $30 million to get the players that we need to get, either coming out of high school or in the transfer portal. Stop complaining. It is what it is. It's here now.
Yeah. I like that.
We see a lot of coaches scurrying away, Ocho, because now you don't have the advantage.
Yeah.
Man, go look at Florida parking lot, go look at all them Dodge cars. All you see is challenges and charges and challenges. You see what's in there. Yeah. Now, how you got 50 guys and they had like the exact same type of car?
Everybody. I like that.
Don't nobody want no Chevrolet. Don't nobody want no Ford. Everybody want a Dodge.
Yeah. I like that quote you just said now.
What there?
The
greatest key to survival?
Yeah. Say it again.
The greatest key to survival is adaptability.
Yeah, I got to use. I like.
You got to be able.
The greatest key to survival is adaptability. That's a good one. Now
it's here. NIL isn't going anywhere. The transfer portal isn't going anywhere.
Right.
Yes, guys want to know how much time am I playing and how much money can I make.
Just like that. Straight business. Strictly
business. All I wanted my coach. I don't care if my coach was 2 months older than me. He could have been 2 days older than me. How you gonna help me get better? And when I come to you with a question, I need you to give me an answer. Don't tell me you're gonna get back to me. I need you to know. Because hell, if you got to get back to me, I might as well go and ask somebody else. I might as well figure it out on my own.
Right.
I come to you, have answers. Have answers.
Man, that's
I think I'm entitled to them.
Right.
So, Coach Cal, after 15 seasons, is finalizing a 5-year deal to become the next head coach at Arkansas. That 5-year deal, I guarantee you, is going to be probably $60 million. You got to blow him out of the water, Ocho.
Yeah.
Why would I leave Kentucky at $8.5 million to go to Arkansas?
And you think Kentucky didn't have a chance to match what Arkansas was offering?
He knows the pressure that's a pressure cooker.
Right.
When you get those type of guys, when you Alabama and you get those 5 stars, when you're Georgia and you get those 5 stars year after year, hell, they're trying to get Coach Day out of Ohio State. Bro, look at all this talent you got, and you ain't won no title.
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Nah, when you keep getting those guys, you get Joey Bosa, you get Nick Bosa, and you got Chase Young, and you got CJ Stroud, and you got all these receivers, Jackson Smith, and you got Marvin Harrison Jr. And you got this one, and you got that one. You need to show me something.
Yeah. You
had Justin Fields.
Yeah,
I ain't got nothing.
Yeah, they almost get that on that.
Almost.
Almost. Almost.
Nah. I can't do nothing with no almost. Hey, because there's gonna come a time, the man, you gonna stand before the man gonna say, you almost got into heaven. Is that what you're trying to hear? No.
Don't tell me that. Let me get a redo.
You got to do. You know, sports is very simple once you get to a certain level. Now, if you want to play, say, hey, it's a learning experience, that's for kids.
Right.
That's for kids. You get to college, you get to the NFL.
Right.
It's about winning because you get paid a king's ransom to win, not to try hard. No, that's for kids. That's for 5 and 6 year olds, 5 to 10-year-olds.
Right.
So, baby, you tried your best. You tried hard. That's all you can. No. But once you get to that next level, it ain't no try hard. You don't get paid millions to try hard. Right. You get paid millions to do.
To win, yeah. Right.
So don't let anybody tell you, oh, they gave it no great effort. That's for kids.
Right.
When you start making money,
you got to keep in mind. Now, we done played at the highest level for a very long time. You also understand how difficult it is to win. How difficult it is to put together a team that can function and be efficient year in and year out. It takes time to build a team. Trying to keep a team around or keep a unit together that has the chemistry to make it easier to win. For one, it's hard getting a goddamn quarterback. You got to get your quarterback in place first. That's the damn hard part. Because until you get that situation fixed, you can't work on nothing else.
No, that's the first and foremost. You have him. And when you have Justin Fields and you have CJ Stroud and you have what you have, and look at all those receivers that they had.
Yeah.
It's hard to say they didn't underachieve.
You're right. You're right. When you put it like that, you're right.
Look at what they had, Ocho. Look at that. I mean, look at all those D linemen. Nick Bosa, Joey Bosa, and Chase Young all won Defensive Rookie of the Year. Look at those receivers that they had. Look at the running back, that offensive line. That's all I got. Hold on. Didn't Denzel Ward? Didn't they, all those DBs? Yeah.
They done had some boys come out of there now.
Top draft picks. I ain't talking about no bottom of the draft. Top. They underachieved. So Coach Cal has moving on. I believe that deal is going to be somewhere around $60 million, $55 to $60 million. I don't see him moving. Like you said, I don't see him moving for her 5-year deal for $50 million.
Nah.
It's got to for me to uproot my family.
It got to make sense. It got to make sense. Damn, that's crazy.
And even to a dummy, dollars make sense. CENTS or SENSC. It got to, if it make dollars, it makes sense.
Yeah, most definitely.
And the more dollars it make, Ocho, you know they say money talk, but cash screams. When you guys hear screaming, Ocho, I'm just saying.
Especially the right amount.
Huh?
Especially the right amount.
You think about what's a lot going on. What people would do for money. Money ain't the root of all evil. It's the pursuit of it.
Yeah. By any means.
According to reports, Micah Parsons has worn thin within the Cowboys organization. Shannon Sharpe of 105 to 3, the Fan reported, I've heard from way too many people this offseason. I'm talking about at least 4 different people that have told me that Michael has worn thin there. I don't know how much of it is true, how much it's actually hurt his reputation. I think the latter. I don't know whether this is behavior or some typical superstar. I don't know how damaging it is, but all I do know, I've heard far too many people that if Micah Parsons was out there, there would be a decent amount of people inside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco smiling a breath of sigh of relief. That's a lie.
A damn show is. And why?
That's a lie.
Why do they do? It's not even. They aren't even in their off-season program. They're not even in their off-season program. So why does somebody even make up something like this in general?
Try to hurt his bargaining power. Because think about it. You got 2 superstars that's up. You got CD. Now, here's the thing. Think about it. Trayvon Diggs took $3 to $4 million the market value to stay.
Yeah.
I don't believe you're going to be able to get CD for $3 to $4 million. And I know damn well you ain't going to get Micah.
No.
Now, Micah might be willing to cut you a deal the second time around, but the first deal is going to secure 3 generations.
Yes, sir. And you say, well, his bargaining power is what it is. When you turn on the film, the stats are what it is. Right. Who he is and what he is as a player, it's already set in stone. You can't change that. Whether you don't like the way he is personally or whatever people are saying, oh, he's wearing thin. Fuck wearing thin. I know what the fuck he did. I know what he does.
Jerry released that.
My bad. God damn it.
I ain't never heard. Think about it, Ocho. You didn't hear nothing in the first year. You didn't hear nothing in the second year. You didn't hear anything in the third year. Oh, now it's time for the man is up for an extension.
Now we got problems. Now we have problems. Now he's wearing thin. No, he's not.
I know a guy. Reminds me of a guy. Shannon Sharpe played 14 years in the NFL, 10 years at CBS. You never heard one thing about Shannon Sharpe being difficult to work with.
Right.
Didn't hear anything the first 6.5 years. Now Shannon Sharpe's on his way out the door. Shannon's difficult to work with.
You know how they do. It's always the game.
Go ask them same people that nothing. I ain't gonna even go there. It is what it is. But thank you very much. Thank y'all. But I know how the game plays.
Yeah. But but why are they playing it now at this time? It makes no sense. You're gonna have to pay him either way. Because if you don't want to pay him, now what you're gonna do is you don't want to piss him off. You don't want to piss him off. Because now you got this coming out of the way. And it's coming from inside those doors.
Of course.
It's coming from inside those doors.
Trayvon Diggs just tweeted, that's that weird shit. That's that weird is shaking my head. Appreciate you listening.
Now you cursing.
Man, I'm just you know what I'm saying? Ad just put it up on the thing and I just read it verbatim because I usually say ish.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what happens when they try to damage someone's reputation. Now, like I said, to put that out there. Because here's the thing, Ocho, no matter what's said, somebody's going to believe it's true, no matter what.
Right. You're right. But I know one thing. I don't care what you say about him. I know what I get when that goddamn whistle blow on that field. I know what you get on first, second, and third down. Yes. I know what you get.
Yes.
I know what he can do. The numbers in the film, in the eye in the sky, it don't lie. It never has. It never will.
But if the players, here's the thing, Ocho. Teams ask players to do things they never do themselves.
Yes, sir.
Which is give discounts. Tell me the time. Go ask Eric Shanks at Fox. Go ask Sean McManus. He's getting ready to retire, but David Burston is taking over. Go ask Jimmy Pitaro or Bob Iger. Who's at what's the other one? NBC. I don't know who's at NBC. Go ask them. Did the NFL, when them contracts came up, did they give them a discount?
Absolutely not. Now,
here's the thing. This is what we know. The NFL had 2 years left on their original existing contract. The players signed the agreement. They gave them 10 years of labor peace, and the NFL came back to the network. Say, we got 10 years of labor peace. We want to redo the deals. Now, I ain't telling you what somebody told me. I'm telling you what I know.
I know.
Look at what Netflix, $2.5 billion.
Yeah.
Amazon, $1 billion. Paid over $100 million just to have a Black Friday game. Now you got a Christmas Day game on Wednesday, a game on Thursday, a game on Friday, a game on Saturday, and a game on Sunday. Stop playing with me.
Yeah. Listen,
now
it's chess, not checkers, and that's the game they playing.
Yes,
that is the game they playing. It's always been a business. When you understand the business, then you're able to separate the two. When you understand it's a business, then you're able to separate the two. No matter what owner is smiling in your face, no matter what your owner is telling you, understand at the end of the day, y'all are not friends. It is a business.
Yes.
And conduct yourself as such.
Yes.
And go out there and play with a smile on your face. And remember, it's still a kid's game, but at the end of the day, it is a business.
The NBA owners and the players look at themselves as partners.
Mm-hmm.
The NFL partners is NBC, is Fox, is ESPN,
right.
is Netflix, is
right.
Amazon. It's not you, players.
Mm-mm.
That is the difference.
Mm-mm.
So our partners, when they talk about partners, look how the owners talk. Look when they say. Look how Adam Silver, when he says our partners, the players.
Mm-hmm.
NFL talk, Roger Goodell says our partners, Fox, ESPN, CBS, NBC, Netflix, Amazon. Just saying.
Mm.
Gil just donated $200, says drunk ass ish unk. This ain't nothing but old tea. This old ginger tea with a little honey in there for my boy.
Oh, you know what I forgot to do?
What?
I got a nice little gift, man. Came in the mail for me, man. Remember the other night I wore a colorful jersey?
Yeah.
George Campos, man, he signed a jersey for me, man. George Campos.
I thought that said compost.
Nah.
Like, you
listen, legendary goalkeeper from my beautiful Mexico, friend of mine, Miguel Lozano. I know you watching, Miguel. I appreciate you. Thank you for subscribing. George Campos, when you see this, man, thank you for the jersey. And I'm gonna frame this up and hang it up. But what I'm gonna tell you, you remember when I got in trouble? I got fined $30,000. And Miguel, who's responsible for getting this jersey to me and getting it signed by George, he sent me a sombrero. Remember when I scored one time?
Yeah, you had
I put on that big sombrero and poncho.
Yeah.
Miguel is responsible for that damn the poncho and sombrero. He sent me all the way from Mexico, so it was a real one. And matter of fact, he's responsible, and he owed me that 30 grand back for that. So Miguel, when you see this, I need that 30,000, please. I appreciate the jersey, man. George Campos, if you see this, I love you, and I appreciate you.
Hey, Micah, keep doing what you're doing.
Don't stop,
Micah. Because guess what? You know, the Cowboys, they might be the biggest brand, but they ain't the only team that play money.
Hey, that was a good one right there. That was a good one.
Check this out, Ocho. An anonymous exec says Jerry Jones could be sabotaging Dak Prescott. Mike Sando of The Athletic spoke to numerous anonymous NFL executives about free agency moves for all 32 teams this offseason. And for the Cowboys, one exec insinuated that Jerry Jones was sabotaging the roster to depress Dak Prescott's price. The exec said, if the guy wants $60 million a year, you know what we're going to do instead. We're going to have an average team, and you're going to play worse, and then you'll get a better price. What did I tell you, Ocho? Remember what he said? Jerry said at first, he said he was going all in.
Yeah.
Then he said he needed to do more with less. Now, did he say if it's a lie? He told it.
Yeah. Listen, you got to be able to read between the lines.
Men, I heard him say it.
Yeah, you got to be able to read between the lines. Cowboys fans, this is the person that is running the show. This is the person that says the team that he's been a part of are similar to that of the Cowboys when they won Super Bowls. He'd rather play the game than give Dak, the team, and the fans what they deserve. A team that is adequate enough to compete year in and year out. No, you know what? I know I got to pay Dak, so how can I sabotage things so I don't have to pay him, and his value is not what it should be elsewhere either?
Can I do you one, Ocho?
Come on,
how about this here? I remember the man when he made Tony Romo the highest paid player in the NFL. Name the time Tony Romo had to play at the tail end of his contract. How many playoff wins Tony Romo got? I ain't saying nothing about no, it is what it is. I'm just asking you guys a question.
I don't understand.
He treated Tony Romo like he was Peyton Manning, like he was Tom Brady, like he was Drew Brees.
I don't help me understand. Maybe you might have a better understanding on what he's trying to do. What is he doing? What are you trying to prove?
Dak is one of the few players that Heisman polls Jerry. He keeps him at arm's distance. All the other players has ingratiated themselves with Jerry. That's not how Dak's been.
Well, it's a business. It's a business, right? Who are the partners? It's not the players, if I'm not mistaken. We just talked about that.
Yes.
Keep it. It's business. Keep it as that.
Mm-hmm.
And Dak is one of those that has kept it as that and understands that. Especially with, listen, there have been so many times that Jerry, I'm not going to say has thrown Dak under the bus, but he ain't mean him right. He ain't mean him right and he ain't mean him well. So many times.
I mean, because when we look at it, if I'm not mistaken, he released Emmett. He released Larry Allen. I think Troy retired, or he released him before he retired.
Right.
Same thing with Mike. So all this notion about, oh, Jerry loves his stars, check and see what he did with them.
Boy, it's a business, boy. It will always be that, no matter who you are. Now, when you can play him when you're young, that's a different ball game. It's a different story. What have you done? What have you done for me lately?
Oh, okay. During the 2001 offseason, Troy Aikman was waived the day before he was due a $70 million 7-year contract extension. Ultimately announced his retirement on April 9th. Now, hold on. Now, that's the quarterback that won 3 Super Bowls and was a Super Bowl MVP.
Every time. Wait. How much was he due? You said 70 million?
70, a contract extension, 70 million, a 7-year extension. But you got to realize in 2001, $10 million a year was a lot of money.
Oh, yeah. Especially back then. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So I think he had concussions. With a concussion, though, it's back. He ultimately announced his retirement on April 9th after failing to find another team.
Failing? Oh, due to the back injuries, probably.
I guess they say
nobody wanted to touch
Emmett.
him.
Because remember, Emmett will end up going to Arizona.
Arizona, yeah.
Larry Allen goes to San Francisco and makes the Pro Bowl. Didn't Larry Allen make 2 more Pro Bowls?
Well, Larry was good, boy.
Good? Hell, I make a case he's the greatest lineman to ever play in the NFL.
Hey, Larry, I was with Larry a few times at the Pro Bowl, boy. But that joker there was strong, boy.
So, well, that's what the Cowboys are doing. We know what y'all trying to do, Cowboys. Micah, keep doing what you're doing.
Dak, hold your head, baby. I got you.
Can the Lakers play themselves out of the play-in tournament? With a 116-97 victory over the Cavaliers on Saturday at Crypt.com Arena, the Lakers improved to 45-33 and moved into 8th in the Western Conference, half a game ahead of the number 9 Sacramento Kings. For the first time since December 29th, 2023, the Lakers are among the top 8 seeds. They won 4 straight, 9 out of 10 overall. And it's their offense, which ranks 3rd in the NBA in points scored per 100 possessions since January 7th. That's what turned their season around. We're in a really good spot, Austin Reeves said. It's all about peaking at the right time. Since February the 1st, the date that experienced a win over Boston without LeBron James and Anthony Davis, the Lakers are 21-8, tied for the best record in the West with the Dallas Maverick and the second best record overall in the league behind the Boston Celtics, which are 24-5. They're in a dogfight right now. They lost? They lost to they played without LeBron tonight. Anthony Davis only played 12 minutes. He must have got hurt. Damn.
He got hurt. Wait, they played the Wolves. They played Minnesota?
They played Minnesota. They lose 117-127. Rui had an outstanding game. He was 11-17 from the field, 4-5 from the 3. He had 30 points. D-Lo was 5-19. He didn't have the 3 ball going tonight. He had 15 points. Austin Reeves had 14. Jackson Hayes had 19. Nazir Reed was 6 of 8 from the 3-point line, 12 of 16 from the floor. He had 31 points. Ant-Man had 26 points, and they win 127-117. The second quarter is what did the Lakers in. Minnesota outscored them 46-27. So they outscored them by 19 in the second quarter to basically blow the game open.
How many more games left before
they were 45-33, so now they're 45-34.
34.
So 77-5.
So with the 5 games that's left, what do they need to do? Do they need to win out?
Well, they're in the play-in. They're trying to in the play-in, you want to be 7. That way you get the home game, you lose, you get another chance.
Ah, okay. Listen, goddamn LeBron, go ahead and rest. Edey, get yourself healthy.
Well, he rested tonight. He didn't play tonight.
That's perfect timing. Perfect time. Be very, very.
Oh, there it is right there, Ash.
Very
45
strategic.
and 34. So that's 79 games.
Yeah. Let LeBron be very strategic.
Oh, the updating the standings.
Let him rest up, rejuvenate.
They tied for 8. So they got a chance.
Who would they have to play?
Well, right now there'll be the 7, 8. There'll be 8, 9. They would play Golden State.
What Golden State is gonna show up?
It don't matter. We whipping that. We beat them. It don't matter which Golden State you're. We whipping them.
Oh,
we whipping them. So
man, hey, that's funny. Goddamn Lakers. Man, I thought you're supposed to be taking me to a game, man. I'm trying to.
Man, how can I go to a game when I'm up here with you every night?
Oh, you ain't been to a game yet?
I went to 2. I went opening night.
Right.
And I went to a Saturday. I went to a Saturday game. Actually, they lost to Golden State. Steph and Clay went haywire shooting the 3. LeBron had 40, but they ended up losing.
Matter of fact, this is perfect time. They got 5 games left. Today is Sunday, right? I'll be in LA Tuesday all the way to the 14th. So if they got a game between Tuesday and the 14th, just let me know. We'll go to the game.
That might not be my game. What did the last 5 games? I think they're home a couple of them.
Yeah. I'm ready. I'm gonna be in LA for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I'm coming to get my goddamn Funko. That's what I'm coming to do.
The Lakers only have 3 games. That's right. They 39. Yeah, I'm thinking about. They got 3 games left. Ocho. That's 79 games. I don't know what I'm thinking about. 79.
Well, ask
when they play Golden State.
Which game they got at home?
I said, what? Oh, that might be my game.
Oh, that's our game. Ready?
No, it's tomorrow. I'm thinking about what you talking about the day after tomorrow, Tuesday night. I gotta see if that's my game.
I'll be there Tuesday night. Be there.
This week or next week?
No, but I'm flying in this Tuesday. I get to LA at 8:00 Tuesday morning.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think that might be my game.
Yeah, that's our game. I'll be there. Yeah,
I hope it's our game because I know Cleveland was my game, but I was flying. Man, Ocho. First of all, I'm glad we brought that up. Man, I had to fly. I normally fly. Obviously, everybody knows I normally fly Delta, but I wasn't able to fly Delta this time. And it was the experience, Ash. Very bad experience.
Wait, who'd you fly? Wait, tell me who you flew first.
Well, who I flew didn't have anything to do with what transpired to me at the TSA.
Hold on.
Man, Jordan.
What happened at TSA, huh?
Man, I can't go through the regular. I got to go get the scan because I got my hips.
Right.
And so I don't even waste people's time. I was like, this like, okay, go ahead, Mr. Trump. I said, I need to go through here.
Yes, sir.
So, thing look lights off, my hips, down around my ankle, and my groin area. Lights up. I said, okay. Sir. He's explained it to me. Okay, Mr. Sharpe, we got to pat you down.
Right.
Anytime we go, we're gonna go to the inner thigh, legs. We're gonna use the front of our hands. But we go to the groin. We go, Ash. You already know, Ash. When we go to the groin area and your backside, we're gonna use the back of our hand.
Right.
Okay. Cool. No problem. The guy go. I whirl around. Hey, arms out.
Yes, sir.
Pat the back of my hands, inside of my leg. Boom, boom, boom. I spin around. So he start. Okay, Ocho, we gonna go up and down. We gonna go side to side. Go ahead, do your thing, bro. Hey, I'm cool. Up and down, side to side. Up and down, side to side.
Right.
Yeah, what do you say, Ocho?
What?
I feel something. Yeah, I say, I bet you do. I'm a man. It's called a Ocho. So now I'm agitated. Ocho, I'm agitated. I'm highly agitated now. Because I said, man, don't play with me. So by this time, I start to raise my voice. They said, well, what's going on? What's going on? I said, this mofo done hit my groin area 3 times.
Right.
3 times.
Uh-huh.
I said, don't play with me. I said, as a matter of fact, because at this time I had somebody that had a personal service that got my bag and go. I said, he say, I feel something. I said, I'm a man. You're supposed to feel something.
Right. Come on.
I said, I tell you what, I want to go to a private screening because I'm agitated. I'm on one now.
Right.
I'm about to risk it all because he playing with me. So, man, Ocho, so I get back. They take me in the back.
Yeah.
And the dude, I said, bro, how many times? I say, you tell me what you think I'm hiding. I said, you tell me what you think I got down there.
It was the same person again?
No, I said, hey, he ain't touching me because I'm going to have to whip him. Man, Ocho. I said, bro, I said, so the lady came and she said, come down. I said, ma'am, I can't. I said, this man done gone over my groin, side to side, front to back 3 times. I said, I can't calm down. I said, I don't play no games. I said, I don't play like that. But they said it went off. I said, I told you I had artificial hip from the jump.
Right.
I said, I'm a man. What the hell you think I'm supposed to have there?
Hey, man hey, listen, I couldn't have been there, boy. I would have been on the floor laughing, boy. I'd have been laughing. I can see you snapping right now. If you this passionate right now, imagine right there during the situation.
Man, I because he and the thing is, he's like, I feel something. Oh, Ocho's boy, something went over me, Ocho. Boy, look here, I'd have whipped him. I guarantee you, ain't no way. There was like 6 or 7 TSAs. Ain't no way they could have contained me. I'd have told Dallas up. No bull jive, Ocho, because he playing. I said, bro. I said, man, don't. I looked at him like this. I said, bro, don't play with me.
Hey, you was gonna whoop all 6 of them?
Man, I'd have ran through them fools, boy. Because dude was trying to play some game. He playing, and I don't play like that. I don't play. Don't play. My grandmother used to say, boy, don't play with grown people. And I don't play with grown people.
Hey, man, I couldn't have been there. I couldn't have been there. But
they like, and the lady's like, he's fine. Just let him go. He's fine. He's fine.
Right.
Because Ocho, I go through everyone. They hit me one time, side to side, front to back, boom. Go on about your business,
and
Mr.
you
Sharpe.
Going, yeah.
Go on about your business, Mr. Sharpe. And so now I'm already agitated. I'm already on one. I'm not feeling myself.
Right.
So you know what I do, Ocho. I say, you know what, Shannon? You got 5 hours and 42 minutes. Calm down. It's going to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Put my seatbelt on. Always put my seatbelt on because I don't want nobody to wake me up because now I have to sleep on the plane because I get sleep when I can. Yeah. Buckle my seatbelt. I'm asleep. 30 minutes into the flight, Ocho, guess what?
Don't tell me somebody woke you up.
Mr. Sharpe, will you be doing it for dinner? God damn! I don't want this bull jive. I say, ma'am, what was the purpose of me putting in my order if you gonna wake me up and my ass? The order is already in. She said, well, Mr. Sharpe, what it is that after we warm it up, we can't serve it to you 30 minutes. I say, I said, ma'am, it's not your fault. I said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I said, ma'am, I'm going to go back to sleep. And if I'm not awoke by the time you serve and the 30 minutes passes, let it go. Let somebody else have it, okay? Okay, sorry, Mr. Sharpe. Didn't mean to wake you. So now, man, y'all be laughing in the chat, man. And so now, Ocho, Shelly buys me a pass to get internet service. She forgot to give me the password. So now I'm stuck. So now I'm stuck.
5 hours.
So 5 hours and 42 minutes. So I'm about to be 5 hours and 42 minutes with nothing.
With
they ain't got no TVs on the plane. They ain't got nothing. And I remember last time my sister, I said, man, I had to fly all the way from LA to Atlanta and we ain't had no Wi-Fi. She told me, well, that was God telling you needed Wi-Fi. I said, God didn't say that. God, I said, God ain't what God. I said, that ain't what God wants. I said, that ain't what God wanted. I said, my God is kind. My God is merciful. Yeah. He ain't gonna put me on no plane with no internet and no Wi-Fi. TV. Man, Ocho. And so I was like, I said, ma'am. I showed him a little thing. I said, ma'am, my sister bought me a pass so I could get Wi-Fi. But she forgot to give me the password. She said, don't worry about it. She said, here, take mine. She gave it to us. And so I said, oh, man, thank you. I said, her name was Adele. And I told Adele, I said, Adele, I'm going to tell the story that you let me use your Wi-Fi on the flight. So Adele, on United, on the flight from Dallas back to LA, thank you so much. You guys were amazing. Amazing. But boy, Ocho, that dude, ooh.
Hey, well, you had a bad day, man.
Ocho, because I was in Virginia at an autograph signing. And I don't really do signings, Ocho. I do an autograph signing about every 5 years.
Yeah.
So last one I did, Ocho, 2019 in April. Back. So as a matter of fact, as I'm walking out, I spoke to Micah. I ain't gonna tell you what you hear and I talked about, but I spoke to Micah. Barry, I hugged Barry, talked to Barry, me and Barry exchanged numbers. Emmett said, man, I've been trying to call you. Man, you changed your number, didn't you? I said, yeah, how you know? He said, I've been trying to call you. That's how I know. Emmett was my road dog. Me and Emmett used to back in the day before he got married now, but I ain't gonna say what we did, but me and Emmett was like that.
Yeah.
Who else did we see? But, I'm good. I saw all the boys, Rod, Smith. I saw my boy, John Elway, Ed Mack. So I'm good. I'm in a good mood.
Yeah.
Man, this dude ruined my day at TSA, Ocho.
Messed everything up, huh?
This man gonna talk about I feel something.
Yeah, listen, I'm telling you now, like if you love flying on all these airlines and you continuously choose these airlines that mean you no good. Now, again, I'm leaving tomorrow morning. I'm on Spirit. I'm going to LA. I'm on Spirit. I have no issues. Haven't had any issues. I'm not sure if you paid attention to the news lately of all these 737s. Emergency landings, engine parts falling off in the middle of the air. United, if I'm not mistaken. I saw some with American Airlines. I saw some with Southwest. And there was a chart that came out in some of the safest airlines and some of the best. And I just want you to know who was first. Guess who was first?
Y'all got the highest customer complaint.
Guess who was first? Because we worried about safety first. That's what matters. Safety first.
Y'all pay to take off. You got to pay you pay $100 to land, and you pay $250 to take. You pay $200 to land to take off, and $350 to land.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Yeah,
what
you do.
Didn't know. Now I'm an ambassador for Spirit Airlines. I'm an ambassador and a consultant for Spirit Airlines. So listen, everybody in the chat, if you want to fly cost efficient, you want to get from point A to point B without any issues and no problems, come on over to Spirit.
But you do realize that the 737, that's not a Delta thing. That's not a United thing.
Oh, no,
that's a Boeing thing.
That's a Boeing thing. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Do Spirits have 737s?
No, sir, we don't.
I know you don't. You have Cessna.
No, sir, we don't. No, sir, we don't. That's why we have that. No, that's why we have.
Y'all can't put before people on there.
That's why we have no issues.
Yeah.
That's why we have no issues. That's all that matters. Spirit Airlines, we're about safety first.
Man, flying Spirit, y'all be like Charles Lindbergh, the Spirit of St. Louis. Man, it take you 48 hours to get from the East Coast to the West Coast.
Listen, if it take 48 hours, you gonna long as you get there, you're gonna get there. It don't matter.
Hold on, I'm looking at world's safest airlines: Qantas, Qatar Airways, Air New Zealand, Singapore, Emirates, EVA Air, Etihad Airways, Alaska. British Airways, Virgin Australia, Atlantic, Hawaiian Airlines, Southwest Airlines, Delta, American, SAS, Finnair, Lufthansa, KLM, United.
Yeah, I don't.
Spirit is not on here.
Listen, I don't know what you're reading. I don't know what you're looking.
World's safest airlines. That's what I'm reading.
Yeah. What's the date? What's the date on that?
24.
That's a lie. That's wrong. That's wrong because it just came out just the other day.
Oh yeah, it just came out 4 days ago. I'm glad you mentioned it. That's what we just found. See?
That's wrong.
Well, I don't care who tell it.
I know that. I know that's wrong.
Long as it get disseminated.
Listen, I know that's wrong. I just retweeted it too, so I know that's not what I'm talking about.
Just cause you retweet a lie, don't make it the truth.
No, it ain't no lie. Because if I retweet it, I fact check before I retweet anything. And lo and behold,
I've seen that flight. Man, Singapore, they got that thing laid down. Singapore Airlines. I'm gonna fly that.
Wait, hold on.
I got to get on that.
Wait, you ever been on Emirates or Qatar going over?
No, I haven't. Oh, the double decker?
Yes, man. Listen, man. Boy,
I can shake the cover. Or I can become a member of the Mile High Club.
Yeah, yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Say no
yes,
more.
You can.
Say
listen,
no more.
Listen, the sides come up and those beds roll all the way down, and it's only you, and you put that sign on where you don't want to be disturbed. When I had to work the World Cup, in Qatar, and we had to take Qatar Airlines, all the way over, and I had to take Emirates. I had to take Emirates to go to the Maldives, if I'm not mistaken. And maybe it's the opposite way. Either way, I've never seen nothing like that.
Well, guess what? I'm gonna see it.
Unbelievable. The hospitality.
I'll be watching it. I watch it on IG. They be coming at me serving good old hot food. We're sorry, ladies and gentlemen. There's a little turbulence along the way, but that's not a bump in the road. That's someone in cabin 3C. That's on Shay Sharpe. I'm on Shay Boogie. Shay Boogie, get down.
Hey, listen, but you hit that no-fly list real quick now.
That's all right. Hey, get down. Pull them things down.
Hey.
All I wanna do.
Hey.
You.
Hey.
Man, they better stop playing me. They better never let me get on nothing like that.
Hey, but I'm talking about that's the cream of the crop when it comes to flying.
Chad, really, the chat want to know, but nah, it ain't no chat. It's Ash wants to know, did anybody take a video of that TSA incident? You know what? Probably not, because nobody had their phones. Because once you get to that point,
you can't get your phones.
You don't put your phones up.
Yeah,
but hey, they might even put it out. But boy, I was, man.
Hey, boy, if I was,
man,
there,
I was ghost pepper. I was ghost pepper hot.
Yeah, I would have been in tears laughing.
Man, don't play. I don't play. Like I said, I don't be playing like that. I don't play no games. Ocho, check this out. Purdue Zach Edey missing out. He's in the national championship game. Number one Purdue takes on number one UConn. He's missing out on profiting due to USA NIL law. Purdue Center has been frustrated in the United States with law that prevents him from capitalizing on NIL deals on American soil. Edey, who's Canadian, is at Purdue on a student visa. He's not legally allowed to make any money through NIL deals. What kind of bull job is this? I thought it was what did they call it? Capitalistic. I guess only if you're in America you can be capitalistic. But anyway,
right.
That takes place. However, there are loopholes. For example, he can accept NIL money if the work that lead to the money was done elsewhere.
That don't make no sense.
Edey can do NIL deals when he's home in Canada or when he or Purdue travels internationally. The man about to go. He said Friday he can make money off his jersey sales, which he describes as passive income.
They got to listen.
They get that man his money.
Yeah, I'm sure they have loopholes around it. I'm sure he's found loopholes around it. People that want to do deals with him, they just got to keep it on the hush. They got to keep it on the hush, but that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. All because of a visa and Canada. Listen, there's a way around it, and I'm sure they found plenty of ways around it to make sure he gets his money.
I tell you what,
even though that is ridiculous, though. That's ridiculous.
If he win the national championship, Purdue probably gonna throw him a little something.
Yeah.
If he win the national championship, Purdue will throw him a little something. Because they're in the national championship game for the first time since '69. And if I'm not mistaken, that's when Kareem's team, he was known by his original name. I won't call him that. He changed his name for a reason. So I think the UCLA beat them in 1969. They was in the title game. I think they went to the Final Four one year with Joe Barry Carroll.
How you know these people from way back then? 1969.
Yeah, that might have been Kareem's last game, wasn't it?
I was 1 year old.
Didn't they go to the didn't they go to the Final Four again with Joe Barry Carroll? Let's see what year Joe Barry Carroll played. I think Joe Barry Carroll played for Purdue. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think Boston drafted him and traded him for Robert Parrish. Anybody know this off the top of my head? Off the top of their head? With Joe Barry Carroll, right?
If I'm dreaming.
Right. Okay, that was the. Yeah, people don't realize this. They used to have a consolation game, Ocho. So the teams that lost, so you had the Final Four. So you have 4 teams. Mm-hmm. The teams that didn't make the Final Four, they would play to see who finished third and who finished fourth.
Right.
So they used to have a consolation game. UCLA, that was Larry Brown's team when they had Rod Foster. As a matter of fact, Louisville won the national championship that year with Darrell Griffith, Dr. Duncanstein.
I know who that is, though.
Yeah. They had the McCray, Scooter and Rodney McCray. There, I think Darrell Brown or Wiley, might have been Derek Brown or Wiley Brown. I think Milt Wagner was on that team too. DeJuan Wagner's there. Look up and see if you can see that roster from Louisville. That was Denny Crum's first national championship. If I'm not mistaken, Denny Crum was on the staff with Coach Wooden. Rocket Rod Foster. I remember him from UCLA.
Man, that lady got the goddamn AC on 60 degrees, man. Yeah.
Who? Do we have the rosters on there? Oh, you put it on my thing? Ash is putting the rosters up. Is it up? Oh, okay. Yeah. Jerry Evans, Scooter and Rodney McCray, Darrell Griffith, who's the captain, Dr. Duncanstein, Derek Wright, Wiley Brown. Yep. I remember that was
in 69?
That was in 80. That was the 80 national championship. 79, Magic them won in 79.
Okay.
Magic, the Michigan State team. I think Kentucky won it in 78 with Kyle Macy. In 77, I think Marquette won. Marquette beat North Carolina in 77. 76, that was the last undefeated team. Indiana won it that year. Bobby Knight, I think they went 32-0 with Scott May. And Kent Benson won that year.
Oh,
Ocho, I don't want to give you my number. See, Ocho, you look at this stuff. I'm just going on. I'm moving on.
I'm listening. I'm hearing you.
Yeah. Al McGuire was the coach. Coach Al McGuire was the coach in 77, the Marquette team that beat Coach Smith in 77. And I think Joby Hall was the coach of Kentucky in 78. But Ocho, I'm sorry. Ocho, I'm sorry.
Now you good. See, listen, the way you rambling off about basketball. Now, if we talking soccer, now I can give it to. I can go just like that too. We can start back from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s up to now.
Yeah. Norm Sloan. Wow, I didn't know Norm Sloan. Now I would have never guessed Norm Sloan. I would have never got Norm Sloan was the coach of North Carolina State and David Skywalker Thompson. They beat UCLA. Interrupted this streak. But anyway, we can continue. We're gonna continue on, Ocho. We got something that you said. What did Ocho say? Okay. Ocho, you tweeted. Y'all ain't played 3-second rule growing up. Y'all grew up like the royal family, don't eat off the ground. Do you abide by the 3-second rule? Yeah, when I was a kid.
Yeah, kid. Kid now, period. It don't matter. 3-second rule. Matter of fact, I mean, y'all probably didn't do it with Chad. Chad, I know y'all stay with me real quick. In high school, you know, sometimes you have a honey bun, you have some in your hand, and your homeboy slap it out your hand real quick.
Yeah.
And hit the ground. You got 5 seconds. You got fast, you got to pick it up real quick, and you still eat it. Same thing.
See, back then,
listen, she got the cookies wide open, and gonna lift them up, knowing it's not closed, and gonna blame me and say about, oh, I'm finna throw it away. Throw what away? Man, you got 5 seconds to eat that. What you talking about? I'm throwing up, man. I'm bougie. And you got people in the chat. I hope y'all not gonna act bougie and act like y'all grew up with the royal family or with a silver spoon in your mouth, please tell me y'all played 5-second rule in high school when you was growing up.
Yeah. Yeah, we did. But if something fell out your hand, we stepped on it. Oh, man, we didn't know. You go eat that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, y'all. Oh, no. They ain't do that.
My bad, man. My bad. I ain't know you go eat that. My bad, man.
That's messed up. That's messed up. Y'all step on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be hurt. It's one thing to slap it out my hand. You know I'm hungry now. Don't step on my sandwich.
It don't be the person that slapped out your hand. It be somebody else. It be somebody else, man. You know we be on one, man.
My camera done fell.
You got it upside down now. Oh, Lord have mercy. I told y'all.
My camera crooked. Hold on.
Yeah, sure is.
Can you see me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I've been struggling with this new camera, man.
I see. I see. Ocho.
Yeah.
Check this out. It's time for our next segment.
Yeah.
And it's called Nightcap After Dark.
Ooh.
Ocho, a woman goes viral on social media after explaining why her body count is starting all over.
Whoa. Starting over?
February's Finest says, getting my vagina rejuvenated. So whoever effed me before, that's old hoo-ha, not the new hoo-ha. Remember how I told you the women get that thing rejuvenated? And I ain't talking about the old way, you know, with that vinegar, that water and vinegar.
Right.
They don't do that no more. That masking used to be masking gills. I think that's what they call it.
What they do now?
I don't know. They got a little thing they go in there. I don't know. They might even stitch it up a little bit or something. I don't know. But they say they got, say they have that thing looking like a baboon hoo-ha, be fresh and pink.
I ain't never heard of that. But what she can do, you can't subtract bodies that you've already been with, no matter what you do. No matter what you do. Now, if you have a car, right? If you have a car and it got 20,000 miles on it, just because you paint it a different color doesn't mean you don't have 20,000 miles on it.
Sure don't.
That's not the way that works.
Right.
That's not the way. But again, your body.
And you put that engine in a new body.
Yeah.
That's that same engine.
It's the same thing. It don't matter. Sometimes women say, you know what? I got my breast done. I got my ass done. Yeah. It's a new body. It's a new me. So anybody from the past just doesn't count. Yes, they do.
Yeah,
yes, they do.
Oh yeah,
it's the same. Rightfully so. And again, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay. But again, just stop thinking because you make enhancements to you for personal reasons, whatever they may be. But those bodies still count no matter what. They never go away.
I know you know about this. Well, here, this is what they used to do in the hood. I don't know if they still do it. You got a car.
Yeah.
You're going to want to try to get up off it, and you got 100-some thousand miles on it. You roll the miles back on it.
Wait a minute. You can roll the miles back on the car?
Sure can.
How you do that?
She done tried to roll the miles back on that hoo-ha. That thing done been ran through like Sherman through Atlanta.
You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Nah. I bet that thing was like throwing a hot dog down the hallway.
Listen, and
hello.
And depending on how much running you do.
Yeah.
Depending on how much running you do, you really can't exclude your past. But again,
no.
I'm all for sexual freedom and sexual liberation and being what they call today a free spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm all for that. I'm all for that. But you just can't say certain things from the past don't count. That's not the way it works. That's not the way it works. But there's always somebody for everybody. No matter what you do in life. No matter what you do in life, there's always somebody for everybody.
What I tell you about hoo-ha is like the fair, get big and better every year. Yep. I don't care, Ocho, if I can stick both hands in there and clap. Let your boy in there. Let your boy in there, Ocho. I don't care. I'm playing with me, Ocho. Man, what? Count your boy in. Man, I can't even go, man.
You say you don't care if you can be in there and clap. Just let
I
me
put
in.
both hands in there and clap. As soon as I take them out, I'm coming in. Man. Man. Hey, I know to do that. I go and get me some of that old vinegar. Go and get me some of that old white vinegar, Ocho.
Yeah. White vinegar that close it up a little bit.
Yeah,
close it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. I ain't. Yeah. Boy, I ain't never heard that one, boy.
Yeah, but see, sometimes Ocho, you know, when they that big, Ocho, sometimes you got to go one side at a time.
Right.
Yeah, you can't go right down the middle. You got to get on one side. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A big wide lane highway. See, I don't drive the middle of the road. When they're like that, I get on one side.
Right.
Then I make the other side jealous because I ain't been driving on that side. They come together.
I'm with you when you're right.
Yeah, Ocho.
I'm with you.
Man, you don't know all the, man, I know all the tricks.
I'm finna try that.
Yeah, man.
I'm finna try that.
Man, you get you some of that old white vinegar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try that tonight. I got vinegar right there. I got vinegar downstairs right now.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Well, you giving me some ideas now.
Yeah.
I can spice things up a little bit.
But February finest, baby, I don't know what to tell you, baby, but that ain't no new hoo-ha.
Nah.
All you did was put a new set of tires on a 1960. It might drive like it's new.
Right. Still the same.
But we know you got 150,000 miles on that engine.
Oh yeah. It ain't nothing wrong with that now. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You be proud. You be proud now. You be proud.
Yeah.
Because it's somebody for everybody. Because there are men out there that like
we should
antique. There are men out there that like antiques. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But see them antiques, Ocho, you know you got them old cars. You can't them vintage. You can't drive them every day now.
No. You can't drive them every day.
Man, if they start leaking oil, spewing antifreeze, bad transmission fluid all over the place. Man, you come out of your sidewalk. Man, that thing done leak oil like an octopus. Octopus got scared.
Hell no.
Shoot that he got.
Yeah.
I tell you, man, you drive with an old antique car like that if you want to.
Hell no. But that's a good one. That's funny. That's funny. George? Yeah, she can't do that. She can't do that.
February finest. Oh, yeah. You found the Ash? Let me see what she look like.
I can't
Ash
see her.
For the show.
I want to see too. What she look like, 1 to 10?
You can tell she done had a whole bunch of work done.
What kind of work?
Oh, I seen her. Go pull this one up right here. Pull this one up here. So that's who that was. I saw on World Star. Let me see. Let me see. That's on World Star. Look at the bottom.
Let me see.
We keep on World Star, the one that was below. Go back to the picture, and she's on World Star. I think she's sitting on something. Yeah, that's her right there, ain't it? Yeah, that's her. Can we show that? No, we can't show it, Ocho. You gotta put that up on your own phone. She naked.
I need a visual.
Pull it up. She on World Star, ain't it?
Hold up. What? It's Nightcap.
Nah, Nightcap. What you call her? YouTube is UT. It's on UCAP.
Damn.
But y'all can go look it up. It's on her World Star, February's finest. You can tell she's had some work done, but hey.
Yeah. I mean, February's finest, we love you.
It'll get you from point A to point B. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like, hey, anybody from the country, you know what we call that? We call that a secondhand car. It ain't brand new. It's a second hand, but it'll get you from where you need, from point A to point B. It'll get you where you need to go.
It get the job done too.
Good old second. Ain't nothing like old second hand.
Yeah, it get the job done. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean, second hand. I mean, when I was growing up, I wore summer clothes year round. Some of my brothers, some of my cousins, some of my sisters, some of my uncles. Hey, Ocho, it is what it is, man. Hey.
But we all wasn't fortunate.
Hell no.
We all wasn't fortunate.
I had brother 3, man. I had clothes. My brother was 3 years older than me. The only thing is, if that joker done wore out the knee, because but hey, boy, my grandparents always say, boy, stay off your knee, because you wear a hole in them. But we shooting marbles and do a thing like that.
Yeah.
And then, you take some jeans that done got too small for him, done got too small for me. You cut them out, put a patch over the knee.
Right.
So that thing you might have some dark blue jeans with a faded out patch over it. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't pretend like y'all don't know. I know I ain't the only one that had a hole in the knee, and your grandma and your mama patched that up with some jeans that she done cut up.
It's like brand new.
Who? Man, please. Glad to have them. Somebody said, man, I remember those days. Yeah. Ocho, now it's time for your favorite segment of the night.
Yeah.
I know you back to get them tonight, Ocho. And it's called Spell-O-Cinco.
Oh, hey, boy, I got a special hat for this. I got a special hat. This how I know I'm gonna kill him tonight. This how I know.
You were killing that, Ocho? What you got? What you got?
Yeah. So every time we do this segment, I'm gonna pull out this hat. Hold on, I'm trying to button it up. God damn. Yeah, that's how you.
What did it say? Spell-O? Spelling bee champ.
You see how it's spelled?
Yeah, I think you spelled it wrong, but okay, I get it.
Yeah, I'm finna win tonight, baby.
Man, that joker here.
Chat,
okay, Ocho.
Chat, we on tonight, chat.
Ocho, it's time for your first word. When you've been dating a young lady for an extended period of time, and she said, Ocho, we gonna either get married or we going our separate ways. She gives you an ultimatum. Ultimatum.
Damn. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, ultimatum. Oh, that's easy because I got a few of them before anyway. ULTIMATUM. I done got a few of them.
Yep.
No, hey, listen to me. I'm telling you, and I can tell you this because we family, chat. I listen. That one in there, boy, I got one of them about a year ago. Remember I told you the story?
Yeah.
Boy, she had packed that shit and was gone, boy.
She the Audi 5000?
Man, let me take my glass off so you can see my face. Was gone. Gone. Either look here, this is what it is. Either that, I'm out the door. Shit, boy, I straightened up so goddamn fast, boy. I know how to spell that motherfucker shit. But I ain't want no problem. She ain't had no problems out of me since.
She had no problem out of you since, Ocho?
Nah, I ain't got time to play. I ain't got time to play. Fuck that. I told you, I done been in 237 relationships since I started dating in 1969. Everybody left me. I'm sick of that shit. I'm done with that shit. Fuck that. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I ain't cursed at all tonight. Yes.
I don't know about all that. Yeah.
I ain't cursed tonight. I promise myself not to curse.
But check this out, Ocho. An add-on to a contract is called an addendum. An addendum.
Addendum.
Yes.
Addendum. Okay. Addendum. I'm gonna have to sound this one out. This is new for me. Addendum. And I have a problem. I guarantee there's something that's gonna trip me up.
Yeah.
A silent letter. Addendum. Now I'm gonna try. A.
Yep.
D.
Yep.
N. ADN. Addendum.
No.
Damn.
Add. ADD.
Oh, it's 2 D's.
DUM. Yep.
Okay, you got me.
Okay, here this is an easy one.
That was a good one.
Okay. If you wanted to get a pastrami on rye, you would go to the delicatessen.
Come on, Unc, man. I mean, delicatessen. For one, DELICATESSEN.
No.
Tessin.
Delicatessen. Delicatessen.
Well, you know I wasn't gonna know that.
Okay,
I spelled delicate first. Just the testing part I ain't know.
How about this here? This is the easiest word you'll ever get. The easiest one you ever get.
Don't do it. The easiest word you give me is dog.
No.
Shit.
This is the easiest one you're gonna get.
All right.
Ocho. They suspected foul play, so they exhumed the body. Exhume.
Exhume?
Yep.
Exhume. EXUME.
EXHUME. Exhume.
What? Okay. Well, do I get any kind of credit? The H is silent.
No.
And you know.
Okay, Ocho. This is okay. This
Why
is,
you keep saying it? Oh, hold on. I got timeout. Come on, timeout. Chad, look at the guy. Look at the words he giving me, man. He telling me
I told you exhume is the easy one. That was the easiest word you had.
How that's easy? Ain't nobody in the chat knew how to spell that either, and they better not
they know
lie.
how to spell exhume.
Huh?
Yeah. How about this one, Ocho?
I done got this damn hat for nothing. I'm 1 for 3.
Massachusetts.
Like Boston, Massachusetts?
Yes.
All right, I played in Boston. MASSAU. Well, I mean, what am I talking about? AU. MASSAUSETTES.
Yes, but you missed it. You missed the first one, so we can't give you that one.
Oh, come on now, don't do me like I just spelled it right. Don't do me like that. Come on now.
No, but here, all to be forgotten.
I spelled it right.
Not the first time. Like you do me. Like you do.
I know,
you
but I spelled it right.
Wrong.
I spelled it right.
The second time. But it's spelling. No, you get one. Okay, the last word, your bonus word is rhapsodize.
What? Rhapsodize.
Yep.
RAPSADIZE.
No. RHAPOS. You know how you speak with great enthusiasm, but hey, that's your rhapsodize on that one. To speak of something with great enthusiasm.
You know what? I don't tonight. I feel my people. I feel my people. I came on here with a hat that the hat ain't even spelled right. And the hat is a reflection of my spelling tonight.
We'll get them right. We'll get it right tomorrow, Ocho.
Damn. Rhapsodize. Rap. RH. It's all right. I'm gonna be ready tomorrow. I'm gonna study. Right. I'm gonna study on the play. I got a flight to Houston. At 6 a.m. I'm gonna study. I'm gonna study the dictionary tonight.
Okay. Ocho, now it's time for you to get your revenge. It's called Dunk on Unk.
But you ain't getting none of these right. I don't care. I'm finna change some of the questions myself. Oh yeah. All right, chat. Here we go, chat. Let me take that damn hat off. It had bad luck. Dunk on trivia. Question number 1. In honor of WrestleMania, guess who I am? I was a guest referee during WrestleMania 2 back in 1986.
Oh my God.
I am in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I am a Super Bowl champion. I am a 2-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year. Got him on the ropes.
Oh man, I'm just gonna.
Don't say you just gonna nothing and say
I'm just gonna guess, Ocho, because I don't know. Because who I thought it would be, it's not gonna be. So I'm gonna say Reggie White. I don't know.
Wrong. The answer is none other than arguably maybe the greatest middle linebacker of all time, Dick Butkus.
Yeah,
oh yeah, we got him, chat. We got him on the ropes. Question number 2: which active NFL player has the most Pro Bowl selections?
Ooh, active player.
Chat, we got him on the rope, chat.
I'm gonna go.
I mean, it's a quarterback. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, the quarterback that's played the longest. The only quarterback that's played the longest is Aaron Rodgers.
And that answer is also wrong.
Who is it? Who got more than 11?
Brent Williams has 11 Pro Bowl selections to Aaron Rodgers 10. Yeah. Chat, we got him on the ropes. Question number 3.
You the one that said it was a quarterback. You lied. But anyway, go ahead. I ain't listening to you no more.
Don't listen to me. You can't listen to me. Hey, in 2019, Michael Thomas broke the NFL record for most receptions in a season with 149. Which receiver's record did he break?
Marvin Harrison.
Okay. Yep, you got that right. Marvin Harrison, 2002 had 143. You got that right. Okay, we'll give you that one. You ain't going to get the next one, though. Who was the last defensive back to win Super Bowl MVP?
The guy from Tampa. I can't think of his name. Dwight Smith.
That is absolutely incorrect as well.
Who was it?
It was Dexter Jackson.
Yeah, I knew it was from Tampa. I couldn't.
But
see, I get it right. Hey, I told you it was Tampa.
Now, listen. I spell a few words right, but I left out the side. I left at the side of the letter. Hey, close but no cookie.
Yeah. I knew it was somebody from Tampa.
So basically, so far, I was 1 for 5. You finna be 1 for 5 too, because this is your last shot.
Okay.
Brett Favre has thrown more pick sixes than any other quarterback in NFL history with 32. Which active quarterback is second all time with 30 pick sixes? Damn, 30. Shit. And he active. Yeah, it's a wrap. You might as well just chalk this one up and say you don't know. So we both went 1 for 5 tonight. I don't feel bad.
Matthew Stafford. Oh, don't do it like that, Don't get it like that.
Man, somebody gave the answer, man.
I told you.
The answer, man.
How about this computer? This computer is unblemished, man.
Chat, man. Nah, you cheated, man.
Y'all know who it is. The computer.
Nah.
I beat Big Blue. Head to head. You got to realize they got to plug information into Big Blue. This here is just all up here, this computer.
Nah, man. He cheated, man. Hell nah.
I told you, Joe.
Somebody told you. Somebody in that room told you. You didn't know that.
Look here.
You ain't know that.
Jordan know less football than Rail. He ain't no help.
But when I asked the question, somebody gave that answer.
I don't need no help.
Nah.
You forget Matthew Stafford spent the lion's share of his career in Detroit.
Yes, and he was no. That don't mean he threw interceptions like that.
Yes, it does. Ocho.
Nah.
I ain't listening to you no more.
Somebody gave you that answer.
Ain't nobody give me no answer, Ocho. Go ahead and take that L.
I ain't buying that one. Hell no. Somebody cheating over there, man.
I got it.
Hey, you got it. You got an asterisk. You got an asterisk by that last question. No. Hell no.
Oh, no. Jalen Smith, hello, Uncle. Oh, time for our last segment of the night. It's called Q&A.
Q&A, Q&A. You gotta work tomorrow?
I do. No. Ocho.
What up?
And Dick Butkus did not win a Super Bowl. So that question is wrong.
Hold on.
Dick Butkus never played for the Super Bowl.
Hold on. Let me go back. Let me go back and read the question. Hold on, man. Hold on.
The first question about WrestleMania.
Oh, take that. I'm a two-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And you said he won a Super Bowl.
I ain't mean to say that.
That's too late. No. So I'm 2 for 4.
You still got it wrong.
But you can't say he won a Super Bowl. Because Reggie won a Super Bowl. He's a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. Had you said 2-time Defensive Player of the Year and no Super Bowls, maybe I'd have got it right.
Hold on. Was Reggie White a guest on WrestleMania?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. If
you got to read the question right,
then you would have known it was Dick Butkus if you knew he was a guest on WrestleMania.
First of all, if you say a spell cat and then you talk about, well, and I spell CAT, you say, nope, DOG. No, you ain't tell me to spell dog. You told me to spell cat. So you gave me faulty information. Let's put it to the chat. Chat, what do you think?
Nope, because you cheated on the last question. No. You cheated on the last question. Nah.
You do. Hold up. You do. First of all, who in the hell you think in here gonna know that?
When they heard me ask the question and they knew you weren't gonna know it, they typed it on something and held it up in the background so you could see it.
Ocho, I'm sitting right here. You see, I'm looking dead at you.
Yeah, no, they behind you.
No. Ocho, I got it. You see how I was rattling off national championships back in the 70s? You saw how I was rattling off that stuff, yeah, Ocho?
Because that's your era. Of course you know it.
Okay, Jalen Smith said, hello, Uncle Ocho. My sis got me a bottle of shea for my birthday in February. Said it would arrive by the end of March, and I have yet to receive it. Being patient, but it's been a while. All love. Thank you, Jalen, for getting that. I'm going to get on that because there are several people that reached out, not only through IG and on Nightcap, but there's some people on Twitter also. So I'm going to see what's the backlog, what's holding those orders, because they were supposed to fill the orders in sequential, December, January, February. So we should have gotten through that by now. But Jalen, I appreciate your support and I appreciate you being patient. But I'll have you some answers by tomorrow. Jay Andy said, hey, is there any way you can restock your cognac at Total Wine in Cherry Hills, New Jersey? They've been out for months. Please and thank you. Well, Jay, what we try to do is that we ask him to do a PO. They were afraid and they wanted to do minimum cases. So when the influx and then when it sells out, they're like, well, can we get more? No, because we ask you to do a larger PO.
Right.
So, Jay, we're going to try to do everything we possibly can. Thank you for being patient. Total Wines has been great to us. Obviously, we're glad that they took on this partnership with the team, Laportier. So, who handles that account? I'll talk to Eugene, but we supposed to get getting a 4,000 case shipment in on the 14th, and I think Jersey has spoken for a large number of those cases. So we're gonna get to you. We're gonna get to you, Jay. We're gonna make sure that Jersey is taken care of. So thank you for your support. Kimmy Small says, hey, Uncle Ocho, question for both. With the success of Nightcap blowing up so fast, did you discover any new strengths or weaknesses with doing the podcast? My husband think I got a crush on you, Unc. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Kimmy. No, I think the thing is for me, mm-hmm. I know what I'm good at, mm-hmm. which is storytelling. Ocho knows what he's good at, mm-hmm. and we kind of play to each other's strengths.
Right.
Me, I'm more of a hold a guy accountable, Ocho is like, I want to hold him accountable, but I kind of want to give you some reasons why he did what he did or he said what he said.
Yeah.
I'm pretty cut and dry. I think we have strengths that are in different areas. I think we have weaknesses that are different areas, but where he's strong, I'm weak. That works. Where I'm strong, he's weak. That works. And so I think that's what makes it go so well is that we have a great understanding for each other. We make jokes about one another. He doesn't take himself too serious. I don't take myself that serious, especially now with he and I don't play with a whole lot of people. I ain't that type of dude. So don't be coming up talking about joking and all that because I ain't that type of guy. But with here, I understand this. I understand what we're trying to do here. So yeah, for me, I think we play to each other and we play off each other very, very well. What's your take?
Probably, I think the chemistry is very good. Obviously, I think for us, what you said about the strengths, I mean, your strengths are probably you're much more knowledgeable when it comes to certain things, and we play off each other very, 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 very well. The chemistry is unmatched. I think more so because of the storytelling as opposed to the sports takes. The sports takes are cool. I think people enjoy that, hearing our opinions on everything. But the stories is where the strengths are at best. And you get to see us outside of what we're really known for, as opposed to what you see on here, you don't get on ESPN, or you can't get on the Fox, or when I'm on Inside NFL, you don't get that. So I think that authentic, organic nature is what makes us us, and it makes us go. And I think that's why we've grown so fast.
I totally agree. I think the thing is that Ocho, for me, people know that you didn't really take things a whole very, very serious. I don't think people knew I had this side. They didn't know I could tell. Now, all my teammates can tell you, especially in Denver, they used to call me the storyteller. But I've always been good at telling a story, kind of framing it in such a way that people could understand that weren't there, know exactly what I'm talking about.
Right.
And so I've always been really, really good at that. People thought I had a sense of humor because I would let it show sometimes, but I don't think people thought this, because I really never showed this side, especially, I would occasionally, I come out with the goat mask and I created the character and people like, well, damn, I think, but to see me kind of like unvarnished and like I'm able to go a little further than I can on linear television. Not as far as I went in the locker room, not as far as I went on the buses or the plane ride,
right.
But I think it gives people a glimpse into like, dude, silly for real, really silly. And so I think it works really. I think we work really, really, real well together. And people always ask, like, man, whoever thought to put them together is a genius. I did. He was the first call.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, man, what you think? Like, man, what you thinking? I said, this is what I got an idea. You happen to be in town. I called Doug, who used to work with Jamie. He's handling your stuff now. He said, man, Ocho in town. I said, well, can y'all get together? Let's run this thing by him and see what he think. You like, ooh, man, I like this. I say it's gonna be unique. It might take some time to get the King side to get a understanding of what we're trying to do.
Right.
But I think we could do something really special. And I think we'll be the first at it. I say, now, once people see us do it, others are going to go try and replicate it.
Right. You can't.
But you can't replicate unless you get both of us, because even if you took one of us, it's not going to be the same.
Nah.
And so it worked out. We put a lot of work into this. We put a lot of work into it, and I think we're only going to get better. I mean, because think about it. We threw this thing together about 2 weeks before the season started.
Yep.
2 weeks. We put this together 2 weeks before the season started. No rehearsal. The first rehearsal was that Sunday night, because we didn't do that Thursday. We didn't do opening. We did Thursday night.
Mm-hmm.
I was at ESPN, and we had like 3,000. I think 3,000 people in the chat. Was it that? Maybe like 1,000, 1,500. And then we just kept growing and growing and growing. And I was like, you know what? And I remember telling you, Ocho, I said, people might come for the sports, but they stay for the stories. Now, I had no idea. I knew we wanted to, but I was like, damn, man, we can't talk no whole hour just about sports. And it just so happens a topic came up that I said, you know what? I can tell a story right here. I had no idea that I was going to end up telling stories. I know you didn't have any idea you were going to end up telling stories.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, yeah, people want to hear our takes of what we think about a game or what somebody said or what somebody did.
Right.
But it's the stories, because a lot of times people can relate to what we're talking about. I know a lot of guys can relate, like, man, damn, man, Unc been in a situation like that. Mm-hmm. Man, I was in that situation. How Unc find himself in a situation like that? Or females like, yeah, I remember such and such, blah, blah, blah. Because we have a very big women, like 35, 36% of our listeners are women, yeah, which is unheard of for a sports show. But, you know, they call us a sports show, but we're like entertainment, lifestyle. We some of everything.
Right.
Laney Ray. Damn, Laney Ray, it's past your bedtime, isn't it? Assuming you had the basics for survival, if you were stranded on a desert island, what 3 items would you want to have with you? So I've got water and I've got food, right? That's the basics. Man, I want how long am I going to be stranded? A month, 2 months?
I got the the basics.
Oh, well, hey, I need a knife. A knife, a machete. I want a machete, not a little pocket knife. I'm going to take a machete. I'm going to take a lighter, a big one, or something I can start fire with, and a pan so I can cook. That's it.
And I'm stranded on the island. Man, let me get. You don't need no lighter. If you stranded, you got to learn how to. You want a Cub Scout?
That's what I'm saying. Or something to start. That's what I said. Something to start fire with.
You said a lighter. You don't need no lighter. Well, I don't need no lighter. You need a lighter. I don't need no lighter.
Man, somebody talk about Ocho. Guess what they say I need?
What?
A couple of diamonds, some toothpaste, and some chapstick.
Listen, if I'm stranded, that's a good one right there. I want my goddamn chapstick because I already got the basics. If I got the basics, I know I'm gonna be able to survive. Give me my chapstick, because when you're stranded, you know your lips get messed up. I don't play by my lips now.
But see, if you can hunt, you're gonna use the oil from the animals that you kill, the animal fat. That's oil. I don't need no chapstick. Come on with your boy, Ocho. You better hope, pray that you get stranded with somebody that has background can kill.
It's me. I was a Cub Scout.
Ocho, you ain't never killed an animal in your life.
I was a Cub Scout. Why
have you ever killed an animal?
Whoa, hold on. I used to kill squirrels with my slingshot. I used to kill raccoons with my slingshot.
Now you with David.
Huh? Boy, I used to be outside. What you talking about? I wasn't in the country like you, but I did the best I could in the city. But I ain't, why my slingshot, 200 meters, hit a squirrel right between the eyes. Boom. I never forget. Got in trouble. I got a whooping for that. Yeah, man.
Man, they keep hitting AD in his eye. AD got hit in the same eye again. Damn, AD. You got to be like Kareem and wear goggles.
Goggles.
Big Boy Toy says, it's 1st and goal at the 5. Waterboy is at linebacker, and Forrest Gump is the running the ball. Is Forrest scoring or is Waterboy stopping?
Nah, Waterboy gonna kill. Waterboy gonna kill Forrest ass.
You talking about Bobby Boucher?
Yeah, Bobby Boucher, man. Bobby Boucher gonna kill Forrest, man.
Man, you know, Forrest came up out them shot, come out them leg braces, bad shot. Forrest hit that corner. Oh, he got to come up the middle, huh?
Yeah. Man, I told you,
First
Bobby,
we go to 5. Forrest Gump running the ball. Nah, Forrest Gump go hit that cone on him. He gone.
Man, Bobby we sure ain't playing that.
I'm going Forrest. Trip with Trip. Hey, I'm in love with this girl. I'm afraid to tell her. Any advice? Tell her.
Nah, don't tell her. Because if she can't notice you in motherfucking love with her, you know what that means. Don't even tell her. Nope. 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 Because women have intuition. Women can see every guy. Women can see everything.
Only thing women have intuition about is when you're doing something effed up. Anything else, they don't have no intuition about. Let them
they can
tell
see.
it.
They can see. I mean, listen. If
just
you
tell
like
me how you feel.
Yeah.
If you got intuition, I ain't tell you I want to holler at somebody else. You figure that out. But you can't figure out I like you like that, huh?
Mm-hmm.
They just know. Tell me how you feel.
She know. I mean, women know. I mean, obviously, your actions show that you like her, and she hadn't said anything or even shown interest back. Nah. Don't overplay your part. Don't overplay your part, baby.
Man, just tell her, Ocho. You want somebody to tell you that they like you?
Man, don't overplay your part, man. I'm telling you, man.
Tell her. Don't listen to Ocho. Remember, remember how, now this the same guy that Real had Uber picking her ass up because he didn't tell her. I bet he told her when Real got her ass in that car.
Yeah, that's different circumstance.
Exactly. Okay.
Different.
Ain't no different.
Yeah, that's different.
Don't you listen to Ocho.
Man, listen to me.
Listen to Ocho. Don't you listen to Ocho.
I'm telling you.
I need farm decent. Go ahead.
It go downhill from there.
Shout out to myself. Same birthday as Sterling. Yep. Yesterday was my brother's birthday. Shout out to all the hardworking mods and for Nightcap. Ash needs a raise too. Mm-hmm. Ash definitely typed this question. I think Ash got a pseudonym. Got some fist accounts. Ocho said, I really want to know, was Ocho's shoestrings really loose on that Ray Lewis hit?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Ray knocked them loose.
Nah, my left shoestring. You got to zoom in, stop. You got to pause the tape, stop it, and pause it, and zoom in, and you'll see my shoestring loose. And that's the only reason I fail.
Villain's hero. Cal is a brand. Saved Wagner's life by telling him to go to the league and never tried to hold back a player from the bag. How he moved was bigger than the chips. Okay. He didn't get with that, and it does and one and done. I guess he's trying to say one and done when chemistry is the key. But here's the thing. That's not why Kentucky gave him all that. Kentucky didn't give him no to get guys ready to go to the NFL. They gave him $8.5 million, made him one of the highest paid coaches in his career to win titles. Mm-hmm. I mean, let's not get it confused because that's what he got good at. They're paying him a king's ransom to win titles. I guarantee you when he took that job, he didn't say, you know what, guys? I guarantee you we'll have 35 number one picks. Or did he say we're going to hang banners? You're at Kentucky, the house that Coach Adolph Rupp built. Tubby Smith won titles there. Joby Hall won a title there. Rick Pitino won a title there. Let's not get it confused. So if you go coach at Duke, you go coach at North Carolina, you go coach at Kansas, you coach at Kentucky, what you telling your chances when you bring your ass in there? They done flew you in on a private jet, done brought your wife in. You winning titles and graduating, guys. That's what they want to hear. More so they want them titles.
Right.
So let's not confuse it. He can be a great person. I like him personally. Met him several times. But he underachieved. John Medeski, Ocho, was Sean Taylor the scariest dude out there? I seen you duck.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. During that era with Sean, man, well, you had to have your head on the swivel. Yeah, those were some fun days. Mm-hmm. Fun days. We played the Commanders back then twice. I was able to play Sean Taylor twice. Play with him in the Pro Bowl. The real deal.
Yeah, I let my retirement year was the year he got drafted. Desmond Hunter, Uncle Ocho, if y'all had the choice, would you rather be a hero hiding your superpowers or a villain boasting your superpowers? I want to be the hero hiding mine.
I want to be the villain.
Oh, you'll put your powers on full display, huh?
Yeah, I want to be the villain. I like the villain. I've embraced it and will continue to embrace the villain.
No, I'm gonna keep the thing. I'm gonna keep, you don't know what I got. Till you mess up and find the hard way.
Yeah.
Ocho, you remember that quiet dude? Everybody didn't know, man. And somebody kept picking on him. He told him, man, I didn't know he could fight like that.
Oh, I thought you was going to talk about Leo again.
No. Hell no. Man, you know what? I need to call somebody to find out what Leo doing. I would try to get Leo. But I did talk to some of the guys. We're going to get some of the guys that I talked to. They're going to join us for Nightcap.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
I'm gonna get my boy Emmett to come on. A couple of the guys that I talked to have a good time, reminisce about some of the time. I didn't, I went to a couple of Pro Bowls. I think, hell, Barry went every year. Barry went 10 years, so I went to 7. So 7 of the Pro Bowls that Barry made, I made. A couple of years I didn't go because I was like that. I mean, if I made the Pro Bowl and first alternate, that's gonna look good on his resume. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that's the kind of guy I was. I pull out good. It's on my resume. Hey, hopefully you're in a contract year. It'll look good. You can. Hey, I made the Pro Bowl. Take off.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it tonight for Nightcap Ocho. Please make sure y'all hit that like button and do one solid. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching another episode of Nightcap. I am your favorite unk, Shannon Sharpe. He's your favorite number 85 route runner extraordinaire, Bengals Ring of Fame honoree, Pro Bowler, All-Pro, Liberty City's own, by way of Santa Monica Junior College, Oregon State, to the NFL. He makes Liberty City very, very proud. Mr. Rail Rosado, he's my nephew, Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Guys, please make sure you go vote for us to win the Webby Award. I think we have about 12 days left in the voting. We've pinned the link at the top of the chat. Thus far, we are in first place. And please make sure you go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed. You can listen to us through the Club Shay Shay feed, but we would greatly appreciate it if you signed up and listened to us through the Nightcap podcast feed. Thank you guys for selling out Shea by Laportier. We just got a shipment in about 2 weeks ago. We have another shipment coming in that's going to touch down on the 14th of April. And but I think that's for the but we're gonna fill all orders that was placed through the link. We pinned the link at the top of the chat. I promise you, we will get those filled. I give you my word, but I'm gonna find out the people that reached out to me, what's going on with the orders that some people tell me they placed orders in December and January and February. The ones that in December and January definitely should have been filled. So I apologize for that, and I thank you for your patience. So again, tonight, Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, is the Universal Undisputed Heavyweight Champion. And what's her name? Bailey. Bailey took down Io Sky, and she is now the Women's Undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion. So congratulations to them. WWE was fantastic tonight. Congratulations to Triple H and The Rock. Unbelievable job. Thank you, guys, for watching another episode of Nightcap. We'll see you back tomorrow.